So this is me now. This is me now. Gotta be honest. I'm kind of enjoying my midlife crisis. I am. I have my midlife crisis vehicle picked out and everything. I'm super excited about it. Custom paint job, custom wheels. I think I'm going to call it the Sassy wagon. Yeah. We're going there. We're going there. Hey, Sassy fam. Welcome to your mid-month check-in for May. I hope you're well. I hope you are fabulous. Oh my goodness. We are in mid-May. I cannot believe it. Time is just, well, truly, time is fleeting, yes? Time is fleeting. And it just carries on, and we are busy. But all good things in all good ways. To be honest, I wasn't too far away from joking. We are kind of in that midlife crisis area now where it's like, I don't know what's going on anymore. But all good things, all good changes. And I do hope you're well. I do hope you're fabulous. And if you're new to the channel, mid-month check-in is a baseline reading only, no clarification. Like always, your sign will be time-stamped in the comments as well as in the description box. I got you. So this is where we are. I'm trying to be chill. We are in Taurus season. You might have noticed I've just been killing the t-shirts all last week and this upcoming week as well. We're trying, to get in the chill zone despite everything that's going on. So it's like, let's just chill, because life be like this sometimes. Sometimes you get on your rubber duck, and you go floating down the river drinking a cerveza. Sometimes life is like that, and sometimes it should be. Sometimes it should be, yes, but we are in more casual attire. We have many, many home projects going on right now. Let's see, this past couple of weeks I have been terribly preoccupied. My daughter has finally hit the zone of preteen, and she wants an all-new bedroom. Cool. All right. So one of the many projects I have been meaning to do forever is to dismantle her closet structure. Her built-ins were just falling apart, and I knew that, and it was time to get to it anyway. So in that effect, I'm completely doing over her room. Brand new paint, posters, everything that indicates change, right? So we dismantled her closet. I did over this past week, breaking it down. Then we had to patch and paint the walls, the whole room. And in fact, her new storage system comes in today. All brand new racks, all brand new everything. So after I'm done here, I will be putting that together and installing it. All good stuff though. I've been meaning to do it, and she's super excited to have her big girl room. I know, I am too. I remember what that's like. Yeah, you might as well. But yeah, so that stuff's been going on. Let's see, what else? Vacation for me is coming up soon. I am super excited. As of June 11th, I'm out. My ass is on a plane. We're going on vacation, which is to say I may or may not have a June mid-month. I haven't made up my mind on that. My priority at this time is to make sure I have enough messages recorded that there will be no interruption, during the week that I'm out. So that means doing extra work, but I'm more than happy to do it. I have a job to this channel. And I don't like being faulted for not having work done on time. This is not a hobby to me. This is a full-time gig. I know what I signed up for. So again, I'm going to make sure that there's coverage for everyone over the week I'm out. Mid-month, however, is kind of up in the air. But who knows? Who knows? Maybe I'll do a live session from my hotel room. Bikini, suntan lotion, Mai Tai. What's up, bitches? Yes. I might do that. That sounds fun. I just might make that happen. We'll see. On that note, it worked out for the best, so it's not a complaint. But I will not be going to Hawaii, as I was so happy and proud to proclaim, I don't know how long ago, that was the original plan. Check this out, you guys. Check this out. Seriously. December 31st, 2022. That's how I'm going to make it happen, right? I booked it. I booked the flights to Hawaii. I booked the resort in Hawaii. I was super, it's a bucket list thing. And I'm like, I'm going to do it, book it the last day of the year. So December 31st, 2022, the vacation is mid-June. Guess what happened within the first 2 months? Four, baby, four. flight reschedules. I'm not even joking. I'm not even joking. Okay. Now, mind you, I did not pay for the cheap seats. Did I get first class? No. Did I get the seats behind it? Yes. And you pay extra for that. And I was happy to do so. You know why, baby? It's an 8-hour flight minimum. 8-hour flight minimum to get to Hawaii from Texas. So I'm like, yes, let's go in style. I want extra legroom. I'm 5'9". Okay. 4 times, honey. 4 times I got reschedule notice. 4 times from the airline in 2 months. So guess what happens when you get that many red lights, by the way, for a goal? That's the universe saying, that's probably a no for you. I spent about total 5 hours on the phone arguing with the airline. They kept trying to separate myself and my daughter on the plane. Okay. And then by the 4th time, and that was the final straw that broke this camel's back, all right, they actually had the dates completely changed from my original vacation time. So in other words, the airline was dictating when I was flying in and flying out as opposed to the original plan. And this is no bueno. We will not have this. No. The dates are set. They are finalized. And so they had me flying in and out at completely different times than was originally intended or scheduled. I got a best friend. She works in the airline industry. Oh, honey, if you can get a friend who works in the airline industry, let me tell you, they will tell you what's up. I ran all this by her. She goes, girl, you need to cancel. Get a refund. And I said, why? She goes, it's going to get worse. She goes, they're strategically moving you around to get more money out of the situation. She goes, if it happened 4 times just within the first 2 months and you got 4 months to go, it's going to keep happening. She goes, if I were you, I'd just stop. And she told me where I do need to be taking a vacation because she's got that insider, right? The tourist traps where it's overly populated for 1 year versus where not many people are going. She gave me the hookup on that. Oh, honey. Not only am I saving about $5,000, it's pretty much the same damn vacation, just in a different state. We're going to California, baby. No disrespect to my Hawaiian peeps. I wanted to connect with you guys. I cannot believe how many subscribers I have that live in Hawaii. Bless you. I wanted to visit so much, you guys, specifically the island of Oahu. I apologize if I'm mispronouncing that. That's where I intended to go, and I was going to connect with some of you. And I'm sorry that got taken off the table, you guys. It has nothing to do with you or your beautiful state. It was straight up the airline. One day, when all that stuff calms down with the airlines, maybe one day I'll get back to Hawaii. But for now, we've been reslated, and I'm actually more excited about this vacation to San Diego, California. I have a banging hotel right on the beach. No, seriously, honey. Seriously. Here's my little hotel room. Boom, 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 boom. There's the beach. We'll still be doing the same thing. Surf lessons, cliff diving, all that. We're still going to do it just in California. And at half the cost. So I'm like, you know what? This is working out really well. So thank you, universe. Thank you, best friend, for the advice. Oh my God. But I'm looking forward to it. But there you go. So don't cry for me, Argentina. All right. Everything is going as well as it should be. Things are in motion that should be in motion. It was better. And in fact, it was better. You should not have to be on the phone with the airline arguing for hours about seat arrangements versus what you paid and how much they're trying to squeeze more out of you. What the absolute hell? Oh, no. No, honey, you working that hard for your vacation and you're getting stressed out by it. It defeats the purpose. Always buy trip or travel insurance. Okay, if your flight is over 3 hours, buy the damn insurance, honey. You save yourself so much frustration. So that's what's been going on. That's my update. How are you? I hope you're well. You will have noted the comments have been off last week, and they will be off next week as well. That's more for me than anything else. I did need a break for all these things that are going on. It's also my daughter's end of school year, so things are intense right now in terms of testing. So she needed more of my attention anyway, and I needed to clear up some space. So comments have been turned off, and you know what? Upon reflection, that has been a good thing, and I'll tell you why. the moving on messages that are brand new, and I'm enjoying them quite a bit because that really gets us back to old school tarot, where tarot is meant to reflect us as people, as individuals, okay? And I really wanted to get back to the roots of proper tarot. All right, so every now and again, I'm going to infuse the moving on concept. And with the comments off, I couldn't help but notice how much more relaxed people are, without the influence or judgment of other people's opinions and thoughts and things like that. So we can just quietly reflect without any sort of influence, okay, be it positive or negative. And we can just think, does this apply to me or does it not? And if it does, how so? So there's been a lot of relaxedness around the moving on readings, and that's good. That's a good thing. So I'm actually glad I've turned them off. But again, they will be off next week. They will be open for this one so I can time stamp the signs, obviously. But yeah, next week they will be off as well. And then after that, we'll probably resume in keeping them open. Okay? But for now, let's just kind of relax with the messages, take from them what we need to, and do not take from them what you don't need to. If a message isn't for you guys, remember, separate yourself from the message. It's like, you know what? That one is not for me. Whew. All right, moving on. There you go. All right, so that's true for any reading type. It doesn't need to anger you or frustrate you if it's not for you. But if it is, try to look at it, see why, and understand it. That's true for all tarot. Okay? All right, speaking of which, thanks for hanging out in that particular intro. I know it was long. That's fine. My name's Christina. Welcome to Sassy Scorpion Tarot. I talk to my people. All right, you guys. I will see you at your sign. Leo, honey, like always, you're up first. We're going to do a brief version of yours and theirs. No clarifiers. I have to tell you, your moving on reading, which is out tomorrow, I was impressed with it. I was very pleased to see that for the Leo Collective. I have made note that you guys have consistently made steady progress here and there, and I'm very happy to see that. Sometimes the collectives get stuck and it takes a while to move past it, and I've been saying that for you, and I'm very pleased. Moving forward, show me Leo, please. Leo and their person, Leo and their person, Leo and their person, Leo and their person. Show me Leo and their person, please. Show me Leo and their person, show me Leo and their person. What's going on for Leo? So again, take what resonates, and in this case, reverse energies as it applies with yours and theirs. Okay, a little bit of indecision here. Two of Swords, Justice, the Hermit, but you want to balance it out. You've had something on your mind, you didn't quite know what to do with it, and it's been with you for a minute, and there's been times where you've had absolute blindness on whatever the subject is, but you're energetically speaking, you're telling me you want to move past that. You've had back and forth on a thought, trying to leave your feelings out of it. You can't find a conclusion. That's shifting, and I'm happy to see that. That's a good shift from the Two of Swords to Justice, the Hermit. What you're telling me is like, look, I've been confused about something for a while. I don't want to be confused anymore. I need to make up my mind. I don't know how you're making up your mind or what it will result in. I just know that you feel better for having made the decision. A lot better. So Justice and the Hermit. You were showing yourself justice by kind of tackling a difficult subject, one that's been with you for a minute and probably confused the hell out of you. But I'm going to make up my mind on this subject. And when you do, you show yourself justice, reciprocity, and fairness to yourself and the Hermit, and it instantly puts you into a place of healing. This is great. Someone surrounding you. King of Swords, Eight of Wands, the Three of Swords. Somebody got a little bit of a bone to pick with you, but it looks like they're trying to talk to you, or they anticipate to talk to you, and perhaps this will lend to your scale process. With Justice there. I got a King of Swords, someone who might be a little brisk, a little rough around the edges, someone who's a little perfunctory, all right? But it looks like they mean business in that respect. If I am trying to approach this, they are trying to keep themselves emotionally distant, but it's looking like they want to talk to you about something. Eight of Wands, they got something on their mind, honey. They got something on their mind, and they want to talk to you, and I just know that the subject matter loosely revolves around pain. Three of Swords. I'm upset, I'm hurt, you hurt my feelings, something like that. However, they're coming from an analytical point of view. In other words, they're trying to leave some of that emotional pain out of the discussion with you. Look at something rationally, all right? So it's looking like from my perception, looks like a balanced conversation of This realistically hurts, but I want to talk to you about it in an informative way. And this might be lending to that sense of fairness. It's like, okay, let's talk about it. Let's heal. Let's talk about it. And in fact, it helps you a great deal. There might have been some confusion in you, and perhaps this conversation helps clear some of those things up. What is between you? Defensiveness, blockage, 3 cups, Knight of Wands. I got news for you both. Yeah, there's some blockage. Yeah, there's some roughness here. There might have been, I'm going to go ahead and take a wild guess, a non-communication period. Maybe a little bit of fuck you, no fuck you energy or something like that. I don't know if it was that big. It could have been. It might have been much smaller. It looks like what you might call a temporary grudge match. And how temporary that was is up to you. Could have been days, upwards to months. It's kind of in there. But with the 7 of Wands, it's like, yeah, well, you block me, I block you. How about that? How about that? It's been like that. But it's looking on your reaction, there's resolution in here. There's resolve. Through this communication, even if it's a little rough, it seems to help mend the differences between you two, mending the fences. So even though it might revolve around a painful subject, I think you two are finding closure. It helps you considerably. And the energy between you two is kind of buoyant once more. Okay, so while there was some roughness here and some blockage and, you know, you block me, well, I'll block you. That's going to dissipate relatively soon, I believe. So 7 of Wands, 3 cups, Knight of Wands, that's good. That's talking about turning that frown upside down. So who initiates the conversation? I could not say. It does look like it might be coming from them. However, it could be that they are responding to you. It kind of depends, because you're the one who's showing me I'm confused about this situation and I want to balance it out. You could be the one that triggers the conversation for that reason. And they are in fact responding to you in a level-headed way. And it's both of you have this shared interest of I want to resolve our differences, even if it's a little tough at first. And then the energy opens up into a place of much more softness, ease, good energy behind it. It's like, well, I'm glad we worked that out. It was a little rough there for a second, but I think we worked out the major kinks here. And so, yeah, it starts out... But then 3 cups, Knight of Wands. So it's looking like you're both in the feel-good energy again. There's excitement to connect and or reconnect, and it comes from a real enthusiastic place. Okay, your overview is that, yes, you have a huge emphasis. That's why I kind of, it's not about responsibility, guys. I don't know why people get so offended when I say there's a good chance you'll reach out or you'll do something. That's a good thing. That indicates that we're willing to get past our own kind of stuff in an effort to understand. I have to be honest, you're showing me a huge emphasis on fairness. I want to work shit out. And I really, and not just fairness for us, but fairness for me too. Because there's some things that if I address them with you, it would help me feel better too. So you're showing me a huge emphasis on fairness and balance. Fairness and balance. And the things that you two learn essentially help you both heal and move forward past whatever this rough patch is. I like it a lot. You are showing me balance and a willingness to cooperate. So who actually formalizes the communication? I don't know, but I strongly suspect it's you. I do. There's just something here you need to work through. And that means you feel an obligation to open up, but for the right reasons. And it does look like mending the fences, if you will. And you're both better off for it, as far as I can tell. Okay, let's go ahead and do some... But again, whatever. I don't know about time frames, guys. There could be some activity around June. I'm not entirely sure. It does look a little summer-oriented. Well, I'm in Texas, so it's already summer by all rights. Once it's consistently over 80 degrees, we're back in summer. Texas has 2 seasons, summer and not summer. And by that I mean under 80 degrees. So that's about it. So summer is summer, you know? And for those of you who are south of the equator and it's the opposite, then just call it May, June, July. Okay? Let's do some angel answers here. I haven't used this one in forever. Angel answers, please, for Leo. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. See, I don't just make this shit up, guys. I actually am kind of good at my job. A little bit. Okay. And that take action comes in the form, I believe, in communication, because you respectfully want to give balance to yourself. Not just with them, not just the connection, but within you. It's like, I've been working on something and I can't figure it out. I feel like if I take action in the form of communication, there is a chance here we can smooth out the energies between us in a very realistic way. In the 3D, not just in the 5D stuff, guys. Okay, Leo honey, I hope this helped you. Put in the comments as you see fit. Take care. Be well. Sag, welcome to your mid-month check-in. Baseline reading only. No clarification. We're doing a brief yours and theirs. Show me. Show me Sagittarius and their person, please. Show me Sagittarius and their person, please. Show me Sagittarius and their person, please. Show me Sag and their person, please. What's going on, please, for Sag? Take it resonates, if it does not, and of course with yours and theirs, reverse energies as it applies. Okay, starting with you. King of Swords, Six of Cups, Page of Wands, you're open to it. You're saying you're being cautious, but you're open to it. What that is, it looks like a soul bond connection, Six of Cups. You have a certain level of determination to focus on a connection if you need to. You're telling me Page of Wands, I'm open to it. What you're open to in regards to this soul bond connection, I could not tell you. But King and Queen of Swords, bare minimum, suggests communication. Bare minimum, if nothing else. They are the wielders of the sword. So they tend to look at things critically, analytically, rationally. They try to keep their feelings out of it. You're telling me that bare minimum, you are willing and determined to work through a connection if you need to. You're willing to be curious about it. You're willing to keep an open mind towards it. So I don't know if this is someone who is brand new or if this is someone whom we are interested in communicating with and we already know who they are. Eight of Wands, I promise you, I shuffled this deck and I always do in between everybody's readings to prevent, oh, your cards are exactly like the other signs. Yeah, no shit, because it didn't shuffle. Okay. So there's what you see me do on camera, and there's in-between takes as well. So my point is that you have a fair amount of overlap here with Leo. Eight of Wands, King of Wands, strength. And speaking of Leo, damn, that is some strong Leo energy. King of Wands as well as strength. So very well could be connecting to Leo here. Does not have to be, but just FYI. Someone feels really, really good about communicating and connecting with you. In fact, they really want to. With strength here, it makes them feel good. They have a certain intensity when it comes to you. They have a certain level of passion when it comes to you. So that Page of Wands then could be cautionary curiosity. Okay, so this might be a brand new Six of Cups or a brand new soul bond. Okay, could be. It's like, okay, I'll listen to what you have to say. Let's see. Oh, okay, so this is someone new, and I'll tell you why. You've been focusing on you. Okay, this is singular energy right here, right down that line. Singular, singular, singular. So Five of Wands, there's been a fight in you, there's been a frustration in you, and you have been trying to ease that energy down. There's been some exhaustion around here, some entanglements, some fighting, some arguing, and yet you have been trying to move away from that, to calm the energies down, bring stability to those particular frustrations for a while with the Queen of Pentacles. So many of you in that state of exhaustion, in that state of frustration, in that state of, you know what, this is none of my business. I'm going to take care of me. Retreat. So you've gone into a Queen of Pentacles type mode where you put your emphasis back on stability, getting back to what counts, going back to the drawing board, really understanding your priorities at this time, and that means taking care of yourself. So you have recently exited a kind of frustrating and or fighting energy, and you're like, I ain't having it. So you did a retreat, got back in touch with you, and your full energy suggests it's opening up once more. So I don't know how long that break took, but it was long enough for you to feel refreshed, like, okay, now that the fuckery has died down, I can get back to opening myself up to what's important. Yeah, so it's looking like you are opening up, and it's a little bit on the caution side. You might have some air in you, but you're saying, I'm open to it. I'm open to it. And I believe they're showing me such strong intensity towards you is because somewhere in there is a feeling that you two might have a deeper connection. So Six of Cups usually has past tied to it, unless, of course, it's brand new. I have no past feeling for this person at all. It looks like a brand new energy. It really does. It feels like that too. You don't have any residual bullshit with this person as far as I can tell. Yes, I swear, if you're new to the channel. Like a lot. There you go. But yeah, you're open to it. You're like, okay, I give you permission to proceed. And your overview, that's what I'm saying, honey. You look so singular. You look great. You really do. I understand you came from a background noise of frustration, kickback. Maybe it's shit at work. Maybe it's something with family and friends. I don't know. But it looks like it was frustration coming from within. And so you kind of decided to get to ground zero of yourself, your priorities, what matters. And in so doing, it gave you a refresher, like I said. So I see you're blasting your energy open once more. You fine and single as hell. Don't even worry about it. Be you male or female, you fine and single as hell. I got somebody here who is very strongly attracted to you being fine and single as hell. Yeah, you're showing me a strong sense of independence, strong mind, strong will, and very comfortable being on your own. This is not a surprise for Sag. It's one of your MO trademarks as a personality sign. If you can't be comfortable with you, you're not going to be comfortable with anyone else, right? So you really did go back to basics and the fundamental principles of being on your own and being very comfortable with it, taking care of you, and then boom, look at that energy blast open. You're ready to get out there. So this is curiosity. This is someone who is very interested in you. When they're coming in, I could not say. There's a lot of fire attached to this, so I could very well tell you Leo energy, Leo season, and be very comfortable with that. In tarot time, that's right around the corner. Okay. Yes, that's a real thing. Yeah. So it seems to me it's happening sooner rather than later. This is looking like a process that you have been undergoing for some time. But yeah, it's looking like a brand new energy wanting to introduce itself strongly to you. All right. We do some angel answers here. I have not used this oracle in forever. What's going on? Excuse me, for Sag. Show me Sag. Show me Sag. Show me Sag, please. Oh, we're just going to take that one. Compromise. Well, look for a sign in the near future. That one's obvious. Look for a sign, a compromise. Okay, for some of you, the incoming energy could be Libran. Okay. But compromise. Look for a sign. Okay. Okay. Give yourself that room to look at things outside of yourself. Compromise. Okay. That's interesting. For some of you, that's your pre-existing state before you got balanced. And compromised with you. Compromised with everyone around you. Okay. Balanced things up and then you took care of yourself. Something like that. And looking for a sign of that incoming energy. It will be obvious. Yeah, it looks like you won't be able to miss it in the near future, though. That compromise is interesting. I think it's that sense of perhaps before you kind of focused on yourself, you compromised all parties involved that might have been frustrated around you or within you. And you did a good job in that respect. Other than that, I don't have too much else from it. Okay? You would know best how compromise fits you. All right. Sag, honey, I hope this helped you. Put it in the comments as you see fit, and I will see you at your next reading. Aries, welcome to your mid-month check-in. I hope you're well. I hope you're fabulous. Baseline reading only, no clarification. We're going to do a brief yours and theirs. Show me Aries, please. What's going on for Aries? Show me Aries, please. What's going on for Aries? Once more, take what resonates, say what does not, and with yours and theirs, feel free to reverse energies as it applies. Okay, what's going on for Aries? Empress, nice. Page of Cups, nice. The Devil, not so nice. Interesting. Surrounding you, the Hermit, the Hierophant. That is some Big Daddy energy right there. Jesus. Whoa. Where is that focus coming from? Honey, what's with the Devil? Oh, I wish I was clarifying real bad. Ooh, I wish I was clarifying real bad. All you're telling me is that it's a little scary for you to keep your heart open? Okay. Don't let that take away from your Empress energy. This is self-empowerment at its finest. Highly productive, highly attractive. But your Devil's attached to your Page of Cups, which is the smallest form of heart space. In other words, there's a little fear here in keeping your heart open towards something or someone. If it helps you, someone with some really big spiritual energy, they just pulled 3 majors in their own right. There might be some shakeup with some energy surrounding you. And it seems to be provoking fear in your heart. Like you always knew this was going to happen, or you knew this was going to come through. Let's see if there's shared energy here. 10 of Cups, 6 of Swords, 7 of Pentacles. I can kind of see why you're a little leery or a little weary. You're kind of afraid to open your heart up towards this entity or energy when it approaches you, and it looks like it will. I can see why you're kind of surprised, and it automatically puts your heart space into a place of fear. You're otherwise very encompassing as the Empress. I believe the Empress is who you really are. Absolutely. Someone who is highly productive, highly loving, highly generous, has a big heart space. Okay. Many people look up to this person, the ideal embodiment of self-empowerment. You are showing me what looks like, I believe, a pulse of fear to something that is situational or someone who is specific to you. And it could literally be Virgo as well as Taurus, Cappy. Oh, all the Earth is here. Okay. And it looks scary to you in that respect if it immediately makes your heart palpitate in a way that suggests, oh, I knew this was coming, I knew this was coming, I knew this was coming. And so like I said, if it helps you, might it be a surprise? Yes. Might it trigger old fears? Yes. Does that take away from who you are as the Empress? No. You will still essentially be you. Give yourself more credit for handling this. It is something that looks like you exited from. Okay. Something. And it doesn't have to be a significant other or a love interest or a lover or anything like that. It's anyone whom you tried to emotionally stabilize with and could not. That could be anyone. Okay, when our cups aren't creating the harmony that we want, and we have to sometimes exit that situation, which you showed me you did with the 6 of Swords, and 7 of Pentacles, you slowly got back to getting what matters to you. Stuff that you already had going on before whatever this history is with this person or situation. It does come back in. It's coming in the form of surprise. However, the energy suggests that it's peaceful, and it means no harm. I think whatever this is used to provoke old fears in you as it relates to your heart. You were afraid to have feelings for this situation or this person because it was hurtful, or perhaps you had a bad pattern with them once upon a time. It might have felt toxic, like your heart space for this person might have felt toxic, or the connection might have felt toxic. So even a little bit of heart for it that you had, it provokes in you or triggers in you fears that you could become attached to it again for the wrong reasons. So I can tell you right now, this is a very specific situation or person. Otherwise, you would not be reacting this way. The Empress would not just react this way for any reason. You're telling me it's tied to a situation, a very specific one, or a very specific person. It is something that you left behind because it wouldn't stabilize, or the emotions wouldn't match up, or somebody's heart was in it more than the other person's. We weren't on the same page at the same time in terms of emotional quality. I don't know. I see you resigning yourself from it and moving away from it, and then you got back to what matters with your own particular 7 of Pentacles. So again, I can't emphasize this enough. Their energy, while it comes in possibly as a surprise, it is coming from, I believe, a higher sense of self, which is to suggest how you last left this person is not who they are today. Okay? If that helps you. Or how you last left the situation with this person. It's not the same. Their energy suggests it's soft, that it's spiritual, that it has good intentions behind it, but yes, it comes in as a surprise. And I think what it does is it drags your heart back into the past where you last left it, in a place of, my emotional response to this isn't healthy. I loved it and I probably shouldn't have. It put me in a weird place or a bad place. We have unrequited feelings between us. And for me, it went into a deep place, and that's how I last remember this situation or person. Something like that. It's not exactly like that, but that's more or less the ballpark. So when it does come in, it will be a bit of a surprise, which means it's outside of your control. I know. It puts you into a state of worry. It is something at the mental level preoccupies you sometimes. What if this comes back around? What will it look like? It puts me in my headspace. I'm kind of fearful of it. I don't think you're fearful of the person. I don't. It doesn't feel like that. I think you're fearful of the feeling it provoked in you. Okay. In that perspective, it might have come from good, honest love. But how it resulted was something bad or obsessive or toxic. You know, it's like whatever love you had for this situation, you had to leave it because you understood it was no good. At least not for you. So when this comes back in, I have actually no fucking clue. I would tell you if I did. I'm not seeing any references to timelines here. I just know that given that kind of Big Daddy spiritual energy here, which again is soft, it seems unassuming, and it seems to be coming from the interests of healing and higher spiritual self. I think they're coming back through of their own accord, and how you last left this situation is not how it's being presented again. There's something here about a change element that's quite strong. Otherwise, you're the Empress, and I want you to take comfort in that. So whenever this does come in, give yourself the credit of knowing that you'll be fine. Okay? And you don't have to accept anything. You don't. But it is something that has stayed in your mind in terms of mental worry, of business left undone, words left unsaid, things unfinished. And it's that kind of energy that plagues us, and that can provoke a devil response. It's like, I don't know if I can trust my heart for this situation. I know I had love for it, and then it turned into a bad thing. Or I was left empty-handed, or I was left just waving out there in the wind because I was trying to emotionally harmonize with someone and it wouldn't work, so I had to exit. So take comfort in your Empress energy, please. You are more self-empowered than you know. And I can also tell you that whatever this is that's coming back through, it's just not how you last recognize it. So I can see where you would immediately have a fear response, but it looks like it won't be what you had thought. Okay, I think most of that fear comes from unresolved issues between you and this person. What they want to say, I don't know. It just looks like a very peaceful spiritual energy that it comes through as a surprise. It tells me they kind of learn things, and they've learned things, but I have no clue. I have no reference to time here. This is going to happen when it's going to happen. Okay. All right, let's get some angel answers here. I think that you are essentially the Empress, yes. And I think this specific person or situation provoked. I used to have really strong feelings for this. Really strong. But it seemed to have gone into a bad place. That's how, because again, how you last remembered it, it was not great. How you last felt about it was not great. And I'm telling you, the energy here that's being presented to you says it's not going to be like that. I'm coming back in on the coming back in on the scene for a reason. Okay. And it looks like it's in the interest of healing and a sense of higher self and transformation. That's exactly what I'm telling you. That's what they're emphasizing. It's a peaceful energy. It is. Peaceful resolution. It's very much attached to them. It seems to, I know it comes in as a surprise, but there's no malice as far as I can see behind it. Okay? That's all I can see. They're offering a kind of peaceful resolution. I get it, honey. I get it. When you feel something that powerfully for someone or a situation and it's not returned or it's not balanced, it's going to put your heart in a bad place. It's going to make you feel like your love was sticky or gross or unwelcome. And that's how you last remembered this person, I believe. So you made me feel bad about my love for you. And that's the kind of shit that's going to keep you up at night. So they're offering, as far as I can tell, peace, resolution, understanding, and healing. Okay? I don't think you expected it from this person. I really don't. So that's going to provoke a fear response. So if you too are under that, as soon as they present peace, if they do, insights, learning, I think you'll start to relax back into your Empress energy. Okay. All right. I don't think we need any more. No? Oh, okay. That's what I said. No need to worry. Okay. It's very different than you last left it or it last left you. But it does look like you're the one who exited, and I see why. You were made to feel bad about your love. Okay? And otherwise very cohesive and well-composed Aries. I don't think that's going to be the case anymore. All right. In terms of having to feel bad about what you felt for someone, that it got taken to a weird place, or that your love energy was misconstrued or used or something like that, I don't know. But all I see from this person is peace and insight. Okay, I hope this helped you. Put in the comments as you see fit. I will see you for your next reading. Bye. Aquarius, welcome to your mid-month check-in. I hope you're well. I hope you're fabulous. Baseline reading only, no clarification. We're doing a brief yours and theirs today. Show me Aquarius in their person. Show me Aquarius in their person, please. Show me Aquarius in their person, please. What's going on for Aquarius? Like always, take what resonates, leave what does not, and because this is yours and theirs, feel free to reverse energies as it applies. Okay, the Hierophant, the King of Pentacles, Knight of Swords. Look at you! You just killing it. You busy. You might have some Taurus in your chart. We got the King of Pentacles here as well as the Hierophant. Those are both Taurian cards. Not the point. Your energy is looking strong right now. Busy, preoccupied, but it's all coming from a good place within you. You're like, I got stuff to do. There's things I'm trying to fulfill. I'm just killing it, killing it, killing it. Knocking it out. Busy, busy, busy. But you look good. You look comfortable. You're like, I got this. This is a good pace. I'm at a particular speed right now, but it's coming from a place of experience with that King of Pentacles. So the King of Pentacles knows what's up. He knows that he has to go to a particular speed right now with the Knight of Swords. And it's coming from the place that this is self-direct. I am being self-directive at this time. I'm not being passive. I'm being very active. These are my higher obligations right now. I am fulfilling my own particular sense of calling. I'm comfortable. I know what's up. I got the gig. I got it down pat. Pretty good. That's pretty darn good. Surrounding you, Six of Cups, Seven of Cups, the Star. Lovely. I like this. You got some strong supportive energy that surrounds you. Aquarian energy does not have to be. Six of Cups, Seven of Cups. We got some soul bond energy here. It's looking lovely. The heart space is open towards you. It's looking like they're wishing you the best. So again, it could be reversal here since that is your power card right here. But it could be connecting to a fellow Aquarius. Does not have to be. But yeah, I got someone here. You're in a connection. It looks like it's fairly active. The heart space seems to be open. They seem to be enjoying the energy with you. Let's see if there's any exchange here. Ten of Swords, Seven of Wands, Justice. If you two had issues, if there was a recent conflict, if there was something here that was painful in this particular relationship, it looks like it eased up or it worked out between you two. So congratulations. Despite whatever their pain was here or frustration, possibly some blockage, somebody here refused to quit. It's looking like to me there might have been what felt like a looming ending here somewhere, if not between your two's connection, within your dynamic. So it could be that you two recently as a couple went through some sort of struggle, but you refused to call it quits. You resolved your issues, it's looking like, with Justice. In that overview, Eight of Cups, you kind of emotionally detached from that which was not important, and you kind of went back into a place of remembering what is important. It's kind of like, we're not going to take this personally. So this might have been some circumstances you were both subject to that might have been a tense situation. It's looking like you two both got through it. I don't know that it was an interpersonal dynamic issue, like between one person and two people. It was looking like something you both had to push or power through. And through that, in that support, you two found a balance, and it did require you to kind of emotionally disconnect and again figure out what your priorities are. But yeah, it's looking like whatever this was temporary frustration that two people experienced, and you two looks like you acted as each other's support system. Okay, you're taking care of business. They seem to be emotionally supporting the connection as well as you in your efforts. You both have found balance in what looks like through a rough patch. And Eight of Cups, it's in this kind of concept or construct, I see it as you, like, you know what, the bullshit aside, this isn't what's important. Let's focus on what is important, right? And you do have that ability as a fixed air. Okay. It's good. It's looking good, guys. You know, it looks like whatever it is, you powered through it with you and someone else around you. So good job. Good job. The energy's like, okay, I'm back on track. I'm taking care of business. This is what's important. And it looks like you have someone with you that supports you in that respect. Okay? Take action. That's all I see you doing right now. Right there. Take action. Some of you are just very busy right now, and that's fine. It looks like you got through it. Let's see. Listen to your intuition, because there is something in here that you understood was unlikely. Okay? There's something in here that was unlikely. It's like, you know what? Putting this aside, it really doesn't amount to a hill of beans at the end of the day. I think we're putting way too much focus or frustration into this, trying to make something work that isn't. So let's walk away from that and get back on track with what matters. And it's looking like your person's saying, yeah, I agree. And you two in that dynamic have found a balance with whatever this is. So it's looking like you have pushed past this rough patch with you and someone else in there with you. And it does look highly circumstantial. It doesn't look like it was a rough patch between you two. It could have been, but it's looking like something you both had to deal with at relatively the same time. And you're like, this is unlikely to resolve. Let's walk away from it. Get back to what matters. That's what it's looking like to me. And in which case, good job to you both. Okay? All right, let me know if that helped you. Put it in the comments as you see fit. I will see you at your next read. Gemini, welcome to your mid-month check-in. I hope you're well. I hope you're fabulous. I want to preface this by saying I understand very well how difficult your last reading was. Trust me, I was there, and I've been seeing it for you. This is normal for the collectives, and I also discussed this in your upcoming reading next week for your moving on reading, which I have to tell you has been very similar to your previous messages. But here's the difference, okay? And I'm going to tell you right now, it's a long one. It's an hour and 20 minutes, okay? Typically, the longer ones are indicative to it's harder, which sucks, and I don't like it, and it's normal. It is normal. Sometimes collectives go through rough patches for weeks, months at a time before I finally start seeing the energy shift. And let me tell you why I kept that one instead of scrapping it. Because like I said, it is very dissimilar to your it's very similar to your previous ones. I really think in there, in your upcoming moving on reading, I think we really got in there and dug out the heart of the issue. I do. Which is the first indication to me, as an experienced reader, that things are going to be shifting. First, we have to really understand the root of the problem. And it's been really hard for me to get to the root of the problem for you. And I dug the hell out of your reading. I did. I dug and I kept digging. And I think we got there. And hopefully that's signifying, as I think it is, a shift in the collective energy. And this is typically how I experience it. Pisces got their ass kicked for months at a time. Cancer. Leo's just now starting to shift their energies. Scorpio. That kind of thing. But I did want to give you that heads up. Okay, so if you are that person, that Gemini, who is continuously frustrated by the readings, I understand. The cards are the cards. My job is to interpret. And I want to help. Alright? But if that angers you, some messages do, and you know it's not for you, separate yourself, please. You can watch it first 10, 20, 30 minutes and be like, you know what, this isn't mine. I'm going to move on to something else. Exactly. Okay? I just ask that of you because it's not the easiest. You're moving on. But it is helpful, I think. Otherwise, I would have scrapped it. If I saw something that was just this going on and on and on, and there's no resolution and there's no real insight, yeah, I probably would have scrapped it. I'm sick of seeing those messages too for you. Trust me. I'm there week after week, honey. I'm aware. But this time, yeah, I think we got to the bottom of it. So, just a heads up about your moving on reading that's coming up this week, okay? Now, let's take a look at you for now in your mid-month. Might be an entirely different group of Geminis. We're going to do a brief yours and theirs, no clarification. Show me Gemini and their person, please. Show me Gemini and their person. 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 What's going on, please, for Gemini and their person. So, like always, take what resonates, leave what does not, and because this is yours and theirs, reversals can apply 100%. All right, what's going on? Four of Pentacles, holding on. Six of Swords, you're trying to move away from it. King of Swords, that's active decision making. Very good. I'm pleased to see this. What you're moving on from, I do not know. Four of Cups, the Sun, and the King of Cups. I got someone here who suggests that they love you. They have a great deal of sun attached to you in this connection. They say they have a full heart space, but they also say they're unhappy and disappointed. And there's something here that you are not clicking with in this respect. It's like I've been holding on and I've been kind of stubborn about it, but I'm kind of tired of holding on. Good. You have to know these things. And I know that this person, they have a huge heart space for you. And I know that they feel the sun with you. But they're also telling me that they are unhappy. Their reasons as to why are their own. Perhaps you would know best. But you're telling me you're kind of tired of holding on to this dynamic. It doesn't serve you. And you seem to be coming to terms with that as the King of Swords. Okay. And Six of Swords says, I'm moving on from holding on. Okay. And that's a huge first step in my book. We can be that Four of Pentacles and Four of Pentacles. Here's what sucks about the Four of Pentacles. Okay. Not only is it kind of a stubbornness to hold on, but it's like, to what cost? We're not doing anything with it. It's like literally holding on to broken equipment and storing it in the attic thinking it'll serve a purpose one day, when we're not taking it out, we're not fixing it, we're not really doing anything with it. We're just holding on to it. And for what reason? Now, of course, it's probably because you had emotional attachment in this. But you also have gotten to that point where you're saying, even so, I'm at that point where I want to pull anchor with the Six of Swords. I'm kind of determined to move forward. It's not benefiting me to hold on to this anymore. You see that shared energy? Six of Wands, the Two of Wands, the Two of Cups. There's something here about the waiting element. I know that there is feel-good connectivity between you two, and it's times that it's joyous. But it's looking like here we're waiting for what feels like balanced love between two people. Okay, with the Two of Cups there. My cup and your cup, we should be able to bring them together in a way that's intimate for us both, and it makes sense for us both. And for some reason, that's not clicking for you. Okay, we're still waiting. That Two of Wands. Did you feel good in this connection, Six of Wands? Did it give you some oomph energy? Did it give you some comfort knowing it was there? Of course. Were you able to take pride in it to some extent? I'm sure. It felt victorious at some point until it didn't. At some point, you started waiting more to see love being there in equal measure, I believe. The overview, King of Wands, it's like your energy's picking up. It's feeling more confident. It's feeling more passionate about possibly moving in a different direction, yes. And I am sorry that this person is so unhappy. They do attribute the sun with you, so I know that they have good feeling for you. But there's something about it where you still find yourself dissatisfied in it. In that respect of, yeah, does it make me feel good? Yeah. Is there attraction here? No doubt. But I still feel like I'm waiting on love to show up in a way that makes sense for us both. And for some reason, it's not making sense to you. Okay. It's not making sense to you. And I think you held on to this as long as you could to find your love in it in a way that, again, made sense. The harmonization of two cups between two people that suggests you and me. This is our relationship. These are our feelings. And for some reason, you're looking out on the horizon, waiting for it to show up in this dynamic. So while they do love you, they seem to be unhappy in some way too. And I think you know that. Okay. King of Wands, your overall energy says this is the right decision for me. I feel confident about it. And this is the direction I need to go. I don't see you being angry. You're being firm. But firmness and anger are not the same thing. It's more like the determination, I've made up my mind, and this is the correct direction. So I know that they're upset, and they're probably heartbroken, disappointed. But if they stopped and reflected upon it, perhaps I would pose to that person, how long has it been since they actually felt the sun with you? I know they can remember it, but how long has it been since they felt it? They seem to understand I should be feeling the warmth of the sun with Gemini, but I'm not quite achieving that. You know, still love Gemini, but I'm continuously unhappy as well. Something like that. So I know that this might have started in a place of confidence and pride and passion and victorious. We got this connection, and I'm so happy to have met this person, and I got them in my life. But when we're in that position of waiting for love to really make itself apparent, that it's unconditional between two people and it can be freely expressed and felt at the same place at the same time, you've been waiting on that to show up for a while, and that's why you held on for as long as you did. I'm sure that this connection felt good to you both once upon a time, and it doesn't seem to be in that place anymore. Okay? You know, sometimes we have to learn that over time. And King of Wands, you seem to be fairly confident about moving yourself forward. Okay? In other words, it feels right to you. I don't see any misgivings here. I don't see any confusion here. I don't see you being up in your head about it. It's more like this is the conclusion I've arrived to. Angel answers, please. It's up to you. Exactly. It is up to you. You have choice in all things. Tarot doesn't dictate action. You do. You tell me what's going on. I don't tell you what's going on. Too many people watch tarot saying, oh, what's going to happen to me this week? No, no, no. What are you making happen this week? And then it reflects. And it's either right for you or it isn't. And right now I'm saying that it's right for you. It's up to you. And so it is. You know, it is up to you. And if you believe there is something out there that harmonizes with you better, a love cup that's actually harmonizing with you, and you really believe that, then it's probably true. If you're still looking around waiting for the love to kind of materialize in a way that says, we both feel this in equal measure, then there's a good chance it's not what it used to be, or you two never got into that place of compatibility. Okay, so I know that they're upset. But here's the thing, it's like with that King, Queen of Cups, they really sometimes want that love to be there even without the proof of it existing, you know? That's kind of their downside. That's what it is to live by the heart. You have to take that particular consequence as it comes along. Okay. I think they're disappointed that you don't feel the same way, possibly, or they have the huge capacity to love, but it's not measuring up with you either, and they need to recognize that as well. Okay, they need to recognize that Four of Cups, just like you need to recognize your Four of Pentacles. You both opened with a 4. So I think hopefully they see it and feel it as well. Okay, if this was helpful, put it in the comments. Gemini, honey, take care. And I'll see you at your next read, which again, I will remind you, is still intense. It's not the easiest. However, I believe we really got in there. I do. And for me, again, as a reader, that's the first signifier. Things are starting to shift. But you have to believe that. And live it. The more you live it, the more I see it, I promise. Take care. Be well. Libra, welcome to your mid-month check-in. I hope you're well. I hope you're fabulous. Baseline reading only, no clarification. I have to tell you, I was terribly, terribly pleased with your upcoming moving on. You have been showing me collective consistency for a while. I love that. I love that. I know the signs can go through rough patches for weeks or months at a time, but when the collective starts to change, it really starts to change. So I was already pleased with your last general reading. And the upcoming one for you next Saturday, it's pretty much riding on that particular theme. In fact, it was more so. I was very pleased and very proud of you. Good job. I don't know what I'll see here right now, so this might be a different group of Libras, but still, I want to say congratulations on doing the hard work. Okay? All right. Show me Libra, please, and their person. Show me Libra, please, and their person. We're going to do a brief yours and theirs. Show me Libra and their person. Show me Libra and their person. Show me Libra and their person. Show me. Show me Libra and their person. Take what resonates, say what does not. And because this is yours and theirs, reverse energies as it applies or is appropriate. Show me Libra, please. Yeah, Four of Pentacles. Gemini got, was it? Yeah, I just did Gemini. And I promise you, I shuffle the cards many, many times in between readings to prevent overlap. So it's out because it's supposed to be. Four of Pentacles, the Devil, the Empress. Wow, you know, that is interesting. You are in a place where you have been holding on to something that's probably not very good for you. And it was a bit of a stubborn thing. I don't know what that is. That's up to you. I do know this. If you relinquish it, you come into your true form as the Empress. The Libra I'm talking to, you already know what it is. Because that's a very potent potent combination of I'm holding on and I'm not letting go. I won't give this up. And it's coming from a place of the devil. So for some of you, it's a patternized thing. And it's a long-term pattern. It's something, honey, you know it's not good for you. You just know. I know you know. And that's if you resonate with it. You know it's not good for you. I'm looking at you and you know exactly what I'm talking about. Whatever that is. It keeps you from embracing your true form as the Empress. The one who is highly productive, all-giving, unconditional, generous, fully loving, self-empowerment. With the relinquishing of whatever that is, you go into your true form. Okay? Surrounding you, Death, Hanged Man, Justice, could be connecting to fellow Libra. We also have some Scorpio here. I'm going to get back to that. Just a second. Yeah, I agree. Okay. Yeah. Okay, I agree. I think it's best if this was let go. And that's not my 2 cents. That's the cards. Somebody near you said something's over. Then they went into Hanged Man and changed their mind. Now they're saying they want to balance with you. Whatever this person is to you, I believe they represent the pattern that you've held on to. It's whatever this is has become toxic, I believe. And you participating in it is not bringing out your best qualities. Okay. I know you held on to it as long as you could, but in that holding on process of keeping something that's not right for you, it took away from you. It did not give to you. It takes away from your Empress status to remain connected to this. Part of you knows this. They're saying it's over. I've thought about it. Never mind. I changed my mind. Let's work it out. Let's balance. The energy says that you have been moving in a direction for a long time. Slowly, Knight of Pentacles leaving this behind so that you can pursue other things. Ace of Wands, Page of Pentacles, the process has already started. You want to invest in other things. Be they small or big, it doesn't matter. You've been on that course for a long time. You know it's not good for you, honey. People change their minds, but when it's that dramatic, it's over. It's dead. Let me think about it. I changed my mind. Let's work it out, Libra. How many times has that happened? That somebody can't make up the damn mind. You can't do that. You can't do that. You can't say something's that over, and then I've thought about it. We've had a break, you and I. How many breaks have you two had? That's my question. It was enough of those so-called breaks and disruptions in the connectivity pattern that it put... I don't have a problem. I don't. When people learn their shit. When they learn their lessons and 2 people can talk about it, okay. I understand why we disconnected. I understand why you got hurt and upset. I understand why I got hurt and upset. This is what I've learned. Okay, this is what you've learned. This was my reaction. Okay, that was your reaction. Now we're exchanging. We're exchanging in a good way that's flowing, that suggests 2 people have actively participated in reconstructive efforts. I understand you. You understand me. These are my feelings. These are your feelings. This is where you fucked up. This is where I fucked up. That's my bad. I own it and I'm sorry. Can we work it out? That's a completely different conversation. This is literally somebody changing their mind. Overnight, over weeks, maybe a couple months. And it's happened often enough that it has caused negativity within you. It takes away from your Empress. You giving to this, holding on to it, and having a toxic pattern with it, hoping it'll work out, is just literally taking away from your value as the Empress. That's all I'm saying. And your shared energy isn't shared at all. You just broke off and went individual. You've been headed in a solitary direction for a long time with that Knight of Pentacles. You've been gravitating towards Ace for a long time. You've been gravitating towards investing in new in a long time. And it might have been terribly, terribly slow. And it might have taken many, many uncomfortable efforts to make this work before you realized I'm probably better off investing in new instead of repeating the pattern. Yes, I agree. Okay. And Knight of Swords, you seem to be taking action in that particular thought as well. I don't think you'll be entertaining this. I don't. I think you're going to treat it swiftly or perfunctory or ignore it altogether. It's up to you. But I don't... Honey, all I need is a Two of Pentacles, and it would really just kind of clamp down on that flip-flop energy. Okay. It's one thing when we say it's over, and then I see some soul bond shit, Six of Cups, the Lovers, and it's like, we had our space. I need to readdress this because I don't like the way we left it. I'm not saying we have to be BFFs. I'm not saying we have to be lovers after this, but I do want to work shit out with you. That's plausible. This is, it's over. I've thought about it. Let's work it out. Your reaction is, we've done this before, and it kind of makes me feel bad. What's changed? The more I hold on to this, the more I realize it's bad for me. Every time I let you reapproach, it's bad for me. It's become a little toxic pattern between you and I. And that's the difference, ladies and gentlemen, between connections that we don't need and are probably bad for us versus two people who are spiritually invested in each other. Again, that is suggests with the soul bond stuff. It's like there are some things that are meant to exit. Let this exit. And your energy here suggests that's what you've been wanting to do. And you'll be taking action accordingly. Okay, so how you respond to this, I could not say. It looks like it's a proposition that's already in play. If not yet, it will be soon. What your reaction will be, I don't know, but it seems like you are interested in investing elsewhere. Just anything else. Anything else that gets you sparked, lit up, passionate, excited once more. Okay? So in other words, I think you're doing and making the necessary decisions and actions accordingly. Because it's like, honey, you know this isn't good for you. You know it's not. It's proven itself over time already. I think you know exactly what I'm talking about, and you've had multiple examples that have led up to this with this same individual. Okay. Yeah, it's that kind of flip-flop. Yeah. No, we're not impressed with it. Not impressed with it. I'm sorry, I'm just not. Your reaction suggests this has been an ongoing issue. And you feel toxic at this point with it. There's no real insight gained, feelings expressed, or lessons learned to suggest that this is going to be any different if you choose to re-engage with it. That's my only concern. But luckily, I see you not paying that much mind. I think you're going somewhere else. Okay? All right. Angel answers, please. For Libra, angel answers, please, for Libra. Okay. Listen to your intuition. Yes, of course. You've already racked this up to, I believe, the situation at hand. I think you've identified it. Listen to yourself, and you say, is this connection, is it bringing me to my highest good, or is it just dragging me down? You know? It's not like what I saw with Aries, with somebody who they clearly had broken away from, but they were coming back to express their lessons learned, and that was with full intention and peaceful resolution in mind. That's completely different. That was at the spiritual level, and that was different. This is a connection you're probably better off without. Okay? Okay, in the near future. So if you have not made that decision yet, it's common. Okay? If this, because it is Hanged Man, I don't know, that could be days, weeks, months. So some of you, they have not done their re-entry to claim justice with you yet. Honey, it could just be to pick up the argument where left off, for all I know. In other words, non-productive. But yeah, so if they haven't done that yet, it might well be in future sometime. I could not say when. I don't have an indication of their timing. That Hanged Man plays out the way it plays out. Okay? I don't know if it's as far out as your season, Libra season. Could be. All right? I hope this helped you. Put in the comments as you see fit. Take care. Taurus, welcome to your mid-month check-in. I hope you're well. I hope you are fabulous. Based on reading only, no clarification. We're going to do a brief yours and theirs. And special shout out to Alex Pacheco, new Taurus member here at Sassy Fam. Your insights have been invaluable regarding short form versus long form content on YouTube, and doing what Taurus does is that you nudge, kind of like, I'm not trying to tell you what to do, but I'm also saying you should probably do this. Nudge. So I appreciate the nudge. It's typically my rule to not talk to people in the sauna at the gym, but I'm glad I connected to you. You've been very helpful. Thank you so much. All right, what's going on, please, for Taurus and their person? Show me. Show me Taurus and their person. Show me Taurus and their person. Show me Taurus and their person. What's going on? Show me Taurus and their person. Like always, take what resonates, leave what does not. And then, of course, because this is yours and theirs, reverse energies as it applies. Okay, the moon. All right. Oh, honey. You're not giving yourself space at all to think about something that you don't want to think about, so that's on purpose. I'm not trying to give you a hard time. I'm not. I know that Taurian energy. Sometimes you will pile things on top of you. You know, as if you didn't already have enough on your back. You will pile on even more sometimes in your effort to not look at something that's bothering you. And you got something in here that's bothering you, and you really, really, really don't want to look at it. And it's very personal to you. It's very private to you. It might even be a secret unto yourself. I know it's something that is with you low-key every day, and it bothers you. In fact, it irritates the hell out of you, and the more that it bothers you, the more you go out of your way to avoid it. I'm going to challenge you to get in there and look at what you need to get into, because all it's doing is taking a toll on you, honey. All it's doing is making you want to hide in your responsibilities even more. So that means really piling things on with interest. And all that interest is going to accumulate and cost against you. Your health, your mental health, your emotional health, all that. I don't like this. I don't like that. Here's your physical, here's your mental, here's your emotional. And you're saying, I don't want to look at any of it. I would really challenge you to take time for yourself and get in there. I know it's not terribly comfortable to go down Moon Avenue, as I like to call it. Your intuition's in here, but you can't hear it when it's buried under the clouds of the moon. You know, the illusions, the delusions, the things we tell ourselves, the stuff we try to actively avoid because it's uncomfortable. And the fact that you're showing me the Seven of Swords is like you purposely sneak away from addressing the stuff that upsets you or emotionally provokes you. And then you're like, yeah, well, that's life. It's hard. So, well, you're making things hard on yourself. You're not giving yourself the credit to handle something that you need to handle. And the more you don't, the more you're going to take it out on you. You're the one who ultimately pays the price for the things you don't want to look at, the stuff you don't want to process. And I understand when it gets to this point, that's a lot of buildup. It's kind of like when you have a hoarder type situation. You'll ask any hoarder, when it gets that bad that they can be labeled a hoarder, they will tell you, I don't know where to start. I wouldn't even know where to start. And it's kind of like that. You're hoarding some of your negative thoughts, your negative emotions, and to top it all off, you're physically exhausting yourself going out of your way to not look at it. I don't even give a shit about the rest of the board at this point. I care about you. I don't care what I see from this point. Let's just talk about you. Okay, let's just talk about you real quick. I'm concerned about you. I don't care about them or the connection. You. I would love to break this down further. I want to see what the hell's going on with you. I can't because that wouldn't be fair. Just at this... I wouldn't want to look at that either. Okay. Yeah, I wouldn't want to look at that either. Okay, well... I understand. All the more reason why you're going to have to challenge yourself, honey. All the more reason. I don't like it. It's coming from me. I don't like it. That's you. 100%. That's what I'm saying. I know you have intuition, but you can't hear it. I know you do. See, here's the thing about Taurus. You are highly, highly intuitive. You just don't get credit for it. When people address that with you, it usually comes in the form of instinct. You have very strong instinct, such as Leo does. Okay. But you're also highly intuitive. It's in there. Your intuition is buried under there, and you are struggling to access the deepest parts of you because there's something here you desperately do not want to look at the conscious level, at the emotional forefront of your being, and also the physical forefront of your being. I am concerned. So take this as it resonates. If it's not yours, separate yourself from it. Done. Bye. Check your other placements. I'll catch you on the next one. Okay? Do not process what is not yours. You'll just upset yourself. For the Taurus I'm looking at, however, you have work to do. Everything begins with the self. You're going to have to address what's going on with you first and why you're actively trying to avoid this. I get it. It's not without rhyme or reason. I wouldn't want to look at that shit either. I got you. But like I said, at the end of the day, the person who pays the highest price is you. The more you neglect the thing that you need to address, the higher the toll. With interest. And again, you're the only one that's going to pay for it. I got someone here connected to you in a poor way. They say they love you. Okay? And I believe it. But it's coming across heavily as emotional codependency. It does not look like genuine love of one's free will. And when we love someone, it should be of our own free will. And it should come from a pure place. I love you because I want to love you. Okay, I've chosen to love you. Love is a choice. And sometimes it happens without us planning to, true. But for the most part, the maintenance of love, okay, is a choice. And how they choose to maintain their love for you is to say, I need you, but it comes from a place of bad need. There's healthy need that is emotional love. I cannot imagine my life without you. That's one. That's a normal, healthy need. This one says, I'm devastated without you. I am crippled without you. Bad things will happen without you. Bad things will happen to me without you. That is emotional codependency. And it has not transformed, I don't believe. Part of you suspects this, that they have attached their emotional cup to you for the wrong reasons. And you don't want to look at that. Again, I wouldn't either. This is some serious shit. What's between you is that you have not, it's not actually between you, it's you. It's singular energy. You have not been able to transform how you feel about yourself for a long time. You are telling me, Death, Nine of Cups, Three of Wands, that you have been looking for you for a long time. Of course you are, honey. Think about it. Of course you're looking at you. And where has your happiness gone? You haven't been able to access it in a long time, but it hasn't transformed or changed either. Of course you're looking out on the horizon for some form of happiness because you're not feeling it personally. Why? Because there's something in here deeply that you do not want to address, and I don't blame you. But anyone who says they need you and they can't live without you and it comes from a place of fear, that is emotional codependency. And for you to address it would be to address them and how they experience the love with you and how it feels not good and not okay, because it's not. It's not okay, honey. This is not okay. This is not okay. You looking out on the horizon hoping one day I'll be happy again. I just don't know why it's not coming. It's because your Nine of Cups, this is individuation, okay? Our personal sense of happiness, wish fulfillment. You feel like you have not been able to fulfill your own sense of emotional drives, emotional love for yourself for a long time. It's not transforming. It just seems to be absent. That's why you're looking. I'm waiting to be happy again. Why can't I feel my happiness? Why am I always looking outward for a form of happiness? Why can't I find it in me? This is restless spirit. This is restless emotional energy. You cannot tap your own sense of emotional happiness. That's why you're looking outward, and I get it. The love you should be getting doesn't feel good. And it does not inspire within you your own sense of self-love. When we are in healthy emotional love, we should have no problem accessing our Nine of Cups. None whatsoever. I know I'm happily loved and cared for in this connection, therefore it brings out the best in me. I don't need to look outward. Okay? It's like your love bucket has a hole in it and it keeps falling out. It's not being replenished. And again, when you're in unhealthy and emotional attachment, somebody's going to take and they're going to take and they're not giving back. That's the healthy exchange. They call it a healthy exchange. It isn't. From their point of view, if they are that emotionally codependent on you, they're going to tell themselves what they need to tell themselves to keep themselves attached to you, including, I know I'm happy. You must be too. And you're like, Sure. I sure am. And it gets buried. Your true feelings are buried under here. Your true thoughts are buried under here. And it causes you strain. And that's why I'm saying I'm more concerned about you. When you can confront yourself, and again, that's the Taurus I'm looking at. So if it's not you, it's not you. But the Taurus I'm looking at, if you resonate, you feel this deeply on a level that makes you uncomfortable. That's how much you've been avoiding this. Your intuition is trying to come out. It's all but screaming at you to look at this. Why do you feel intuitively the need to look outward to find happiness when you're supposed to be, by all rights, an emotionally healthy relationship? Because it's not emotionally healthy. Your reaction to it is not healthy. That's why. So when you're in a dynamic like this, I get it. You're not going to want to look at it. But no, why would you? I get it. But that doesn't excuse you from the price you're going to inevitably pay in your future if you don't. You're the one who gets hit with the bill. You're the one who gets hit with the interest. You're the one that's going to get hit with the penalty tax if you don't look at this. Not them. They've already made up their mind. They're clinging to you by hook or by crook. And you're like, I can't really feel my own personal happiness. Again, it's the antithesis of a love bond. If your love bond is healthy and it's reciprocated and it's shared, you should have no question about how you personally feel. Never mind feeling emotionally absent or void or a lack of joy. You should have no problem accessing your Nine of Cups. You should be your own person within a connection, and then you are who you are as part of that dynamic too. You as a person should not get lost in the translation. And that's why you're looking outward. You've got a hole in your bucket. It's not being replenished, not correctly. Your High Priestess is out. I need you to look at that. This is some serious stuff, honey. This is some serious stuff. And I can tell the way that you've been actively avoiding this under the moon. This is not random. This didn't happen yesterday. It's been building up into this for a long time. How long, I couldn't tell you. I don't know. But I know this person has no interest in changing. It comes from an unhealthy place. Love comes in many forms, including the negative kind. Are you loving yourself and in this situation the right way? Are they loving themselves and you the right way? I don't like this and I don't like this. Listen to your intuition. It's been begging to come out. You need some time to yourself to look at these things. That's the Taurus I'm looking at. It is not over. And honey, if I swear, honey, I promise you, if I saw some realistic efforts for improvement here and a willfulness on both sides to understand, I would tell you. This is straight up acceptance. And you are doing your best to accept it by bearing it. I don't want to look at it. You're doing yourself a disservice. If you don't think you're strong enough to look at this issue, I strongly beg to differ. You're not giving yourself enough credit. It's almost like you're afraid to look at this. What does that mean about me? What does that say about me, that I'm in this dynamic? What does that mean about the love I'm in? Is it all bullshit? That can't be right, that kind of thing. Opportunity. Excuse me. Opportunity, perfect timing, abundance. Okay. For some of you, FYI, there's some sort of opportunity that might be headed for you in due course. Some of you are in perfect timing. Some of you do not know this yet. You may not be aware of this yet, There's something here to do with the timing before you can take your opportunity, and it marks a new time of abundance for you. I don't say it as work. It could be. Perhaps some of you feel that you need to increase your stability before you make any decisions. I understand. There is this concept here of perfect timing. Well, you will know your opportunity about what to do and how to do it. And in that respect of once you have a stronger idea of stability and what it is that you're trying to achieve in your 3D world and how it is not a reflection of what you're experiencing in this dynamic, you will take that opportunity. But it seems to come down to this concept of timing. When you understand that you're stable, that perhaps you will know what to do. There's a prompt in here. I can't quite see it. It is going to come down to timing and the opportune moment. But you also, P.S., need to know that you want to get there. Okay. You could enter into a new period in your life of abundance. So, some of you are holding out for that particular opportunity before you know what to do. I don't know why that's coming across as such a strong marker for you, but it is. Can't say I'm surprised. Being fixed earth, you do like things to fall into place before you can calculate or do your next thing or your next move. I just want you to come to terms more with the mental and emotional energy first. That way you will be more prepared for that next marker, that next opportunity that by all rights looks like it will launch you into a new era of your life, and one that has nothing to do with this. Oh no. I can't see it. I wish I could. I'd like to clarify this. I can't. I wish I could, though. I would love to know what that is so I could give you more of an idea, but some of you might be unconsciously working through this now. Kind of ensuring your future self stability. That way you know when and how to move forward for some of you, sure. Okay. This has no, as far as I can tell, anything attached to it that suggests it's changing. Okay? I'm sorry, it's a rough one. Sometimes they're like that. Let's see. The next round of reads will be the in-depth yours and theirs. I don't know that I will necessarily see this. I hope not. And I cannot entirely remember all the components of your moving on reading. I know that, like this one, it suggested that there was work to do. And if there's one thing you shouldn't shy away from, not just work in your reality, not just work in your contracts, not just work in your responsibilities, but the work that you owe yourself. You will always be your best investment. You will always be your saving grace. You will always be that person who needs to be, first and foremost, your own advocate. Taurus, honey, you will always be your biggest critic. Always. That's just part of who you are. But that just makes you that much more responsible for being your own advocate. Okay? Don't make me worry about you. I hate it when I have to worry about you. Put in the comments as you see fit. I hope you're well. Take care. Be well. Virgo, welcome to your mid-month check-in. Baseline reading only, no clarification. We're going to do a brief yours and theirs. Show me what I need to see, please, for Virgo. In their person. Show me what I need to see, please, for Virgo in their person. Show me Virgo. In their person. What's going on, please, for Virgo? Okay. Like always, take what resonates, say what does not, and with yours and theirs, reverse energies as it applies. Okay. Your side. The world. Oh, okay. Seven of Pentacles, the Emperor. Like, it's decided. Okay. I got you. A lot of empowerment here today. We got a lot of opening and closing of cycles. Can't say I'm surprised when we're under the lunar eclipse. This is fairly common at this time of year. The world, you're like, it's closed. And so is the subject. Moving on. Virgo, honey, I got you, but it looks like it's correct for you. It looks like, I don't know what it was, but you're like, back to basics. Back to basics. Seven of Pentacles. Slow growth. I got roots in something, and that is now my priority as the Emperor. So I don't know what it is, but it's looking like you are attending to your 3D world at this time. You have to be in charge of things. You are trying to exude a certain level of control as well as empowerment. I got this. This decision was correct. I don't know that it was necessarily you ended a cycle with a person. It could be in your material world as well. Like that might be a particular chapter in your life that you have closed. Like that job or whatever that function is no more. I'm going to concentrate on this. Thank you very much. Let's take a look and see if there's anyone surrounding you. The Lovers, the Nine of Pentacles, Judgment. I got somebody who want to connect with you, honey. And it's a soul bond type thing. Oh, yes. Lovers, very strong energy. Someone who is single, free, independent, can stand on their own 2 feet. Nine of Pentacles. That energy's rocks. It's one of my favorite cards in tarot. It's the Nine of Pentacles. We have a strong sense of self here. Accomplishment. This is who I am. This is what I'm about. This is what I stand up for, i.e. principles. This is someone who's very capable. They're marked with the Lover's energy. So this might be someone you know. Okay, or it could be a brand new lover for which you have yet to meet. I just know that the energetic, spiritual, emotional, mental, sexual entanglement is compatibility is much stronger with that kind of lover's connection. And Judgment, it has not arrived yet. Or if you know them, it has not re-entered yet. But it might do when you're ready. When you're ready. It's funny because I don't see you focusing on love. I see you focusing on that which matters. So when your cycle happened, I could not tell you. For some of you, it may not have happened yet at all. I just know that you are a strong, proud Virgo. You're standing on your own 2 feet, and you're like, I'm going to get back to... Some of you took a reduction, I swear to goodness. In closing something out, you might have taken a financial hit, but it was like worth it. Worth it. I'm strong. I'm independent too. I'm on my own 2 feet. This is my decision and it's final. So some of you were happy to take a reduction if it meant your freedom. I don't know where that's coming from. I could not tell you. I don't know where I'm getting hit with that. But it's kind of like, yeah, I might have reduced my resources, but in the end it was worth it. If it meant me being on my own and being empowered and this is what I needed to do, then I'm happy to do it. So I have someone in here who's marked with that kind of similar quality as also strong-willed, independent, highly functioning. And they have a very strong connection to you. It just doesn't look like it's come through yet with Judgment. It's looking like divine timing to me. Ooh, the lolly, look at you. You want to connect, trust me. You're going to want to connect. Trust me. Yes. I still can't tell you if it's a connection or a reconnection. The 3 of Cups implies both, as well as the Lovers. It's anybody's guess. I will say this, if you've ever had a strong Lovers connection, you know, I do not call it twin flames. That's ridiculous. The Lovers is an inexplicably powerful connection that we feel bonded to and we don't know why. We have dreams about this person. We have a certain connection with this person we can't quite explain. It kind of defies logic. It defies words. Sometimes you have snapshot images of this person in your mind, what they're doing and what they're up to. And did you ever notice that they have... they email, check in, text, or call right about the same time you're thinking of them. So that's that classic soul bond energy. So when I tell you I cannot tell you if it's a brand new connection or reconnection. I don't know. I just see your reaction to it as guess. It's strong. 3 of Cups, the Fool, the Empress. This is upper level stuff. It's divinity. They are each other's divine counterpart. The Emperor and the Empress. Okay. So someone more like you. The Fool, I believe that's you. Spiritually speaking, I do. I believe it's you. It's ushering in a brand new energy, a brand new era for you. Only on that condition that you become the Emperor and you get back to basics. And it's looking like you're on your own. So when that world happens for you, I don't know. I just know that when it does, and you are comfortable, and you are feeling like you're in your power once more, you will either connect or reconnect with a damn strong connection that is, I believe, your equivalent, your equal. The one that you have been hoping for, the one that you have been desiring for. And I see your full energy blasting up towards this like you don't have a doubt in your mind. You have no doubts whatsoever. The connectivity you have with this is instantaneous. In other words, you know it's for you, and it's correct, and there's no hesitation. None whatsoever. So when this energy ushers in, it's either under their judgment, or divine timing, or yours. I can't really tell, because even though they have judgment attached to them, I know that's your full energy. I see you opening up towards it. Specifically, I see you two opening up towards each other. This is powerful stuff, and it's beautiful, and I can't make it up. The Chariot, for some of you, your time reference is Cancer season. Okay, so that's about the height of the summer. Let's call it July. That's for some of you 3 months from now. That would put us in August. That's for, I don't know. I can't tell. We have Gemini here. We have, those two are, yeah, they're back to back. So somewhere around there. You could say June or July. I don't know. But I do know this. The energy's fantastic. Go for it. Don't look back. Go for it. Don't look back. I don't know who the hell this is, but your heart is bold as hell for it. And you're saying, I'm showing up for this, and I want to. I'm claiming this shit. That's what you're saying. And of their own free will and independence, marked with very strong energy attached to you, they're saying the same. It is a powerful connection or a very powerful reconnection. In due course, under divine timing. I don't have specifics. I don't know how you two are going to meet or who's going to reach out to who. I have no clue. I don't know, but it's good. It's good. Run with it. Go with it. I can't tell if they've come bursting through yet. I don't think so. I don't think so. But it'll happen when it's supposed to happen. That's beautiful, honey. That's absolutely gorgeous. All of that. It's so funny because your energy is literally telling me that's done and dusted. That chapter's over. That chapter is over. And when you are sitting comfortably in that energy as Emperor, the time will be right. That's all I got. That's all I got. That's beautiful. Angel answers. I rarely use this oracle deck, and I realize that. So we pulled it off the shelf. For Virgo, please. Oh. Yeah. Big happy changes. Yeah, I should say so. Even if something ended difficultly or frustrating, it was in your best interest. You know that. You know that. Big happy changes. Yes, I would say so. I would say so. Riding off into the sunset in perfect bliss. Beautiful. I love this. You too. This is what's odd to me. The reason why I'm leaning towards reconnection is because there seems to be no hesitation on the other side. That's what... You two seem to know each other in a way that suggests, even if you've never got together like that, or you knew each other like that, it's your time. It's your time to know each other like that. And there's no hesitation on either side. That's why it's so damned impressive. Could you kind of have that reaction to someone new? Yeah. Is it highly unlikely? Yeah. But yes, it's possible. Yes, it's possible. So it could be brand new. But I'm leaning towards reconnection because you just both seem to know that it's your time to fit together. That's where I'm leaning towards that. The no hesitation is amazing. It's beautiful. Didn't I say in your last reading something about yin and yang and integrating your best and your worst? Guess what's depicted on the Chariot in this deck? This is once more the Dreamy Moons Tarot. What is that? Pray tell, dead center of the Chariot. Some of you took that into consideration. Your integration. Your yin and yang. When you can claim your worst parts, you know all of you. You know all of you, and none of that is a surprise to you. And somebody can actually accept you for who you are and what you've been through, and you them. Anyway, that's for some of you. It caught my attention. Did it? Yes, I did. Okay, sorry to say. Look, God, seriously, the memory thing is no joke for me. I literally did your oracle cards, and then I'm like, did I do that? I process a lot of shit, honey. I can't remember everything. I just can't. It just, like I said, sometimes it's like non-stick coding. Sometimes I precede myself so much, it's shocking. Like, I will get stuff done, knock it out. Okay, and a couple days later, I'm like, okay, I'm going to sit down and do that thing. Oh, look, I already did it. It's great. It's almost like the spiritual equivalent of finding $20 in my pocket. It's great. It's great. You completely forgot about it. You're like, oh, look at that. That's what it's like to be me. So while there is downside sometimes, you know, to having a questionable short-term memory, it's not a deficiency, guys. It's just the way it is. Okay. While there might be downside, there's positives too. I'll tell you what, because when you compensate hard in the other direction, it shows. Because then it's like, oh look, I was so productive and I don't even remember it. Good for me. That's what it's like to be me. All right, honey. I hope this helps you. Put in the comments. Take care. Be well. Capricorn, welcome to your mid-month check-in. I hope you're well. I hope you're fabulous. Baseline reading only, no clarification. We're going to do a brief yours and theirs. Show me. Show me Capricorn and their person, please. Show me Capricorn and their person, please. Show me. Show me Capricorn and their person, please. What's going on? Show me, Cappy. Like always, take what resonates, leave what does not. And with yours and theirs, reverse energies as it applies. Okay? Starting off for your side. Page of Pentacles. Yeah, Nine of Wands, you're tired. The Star. You'll get around to it. I just don't think today's the day. Whatever that is. Page of Pentacles, you have something on your mind in terms of a realistic small investment, but you're pushing it off right now. Nine of Wands is like, now's not the time. I don't have the energy. I'm exhausted. It doesn't make me any less subject to my dreams, hopes, wishes, wants, and desires. That's still with me, but right now, today's not that day. So you have your own particular reasons. I just know me. The Nine of Wands can be detrimental in that respect, that we have a habit, okay? A habit of pushing things off. You might be physically tired. You might be exhausted emotionally. I don't know. Okay, I just know that it's kind of important to you, and I know you see it as a low-key thing that you can start. I don't even know if it's a relationship at this point, but you're saying today's not that day. Okay, so if you are that Capricorn who indeed pushes things off with that Nine of Wands, please know that that star's still going to be with you. You still have strong hope and desires, and I do hope you get into a place where you can invest in it. Okay? I don't even know if it's about a person at this point. Two of Swords, Nine of Cups, the King of Cups. Nine of Cups, Two of Swords, King of Cups. Okay, well... I don't know about that. Nine of Cups, Two of Swords. I mean, dang it. Hold on. The Emperor. Okay. All right, I got some sort of relationship energy here, possibly commitment. Okay. I was very curious about their reaction towards you. It's looking like they don't know how to support you. Okay. At first, I was like, why are they questioning their love for you? That didn't make any sense to me because they have so much of it. Nine of Cups and the King of Cups. That's a huge emotional energy. Huge. Not only does this person say they got a huge heart, they have a huge sense of self-love and what makes them happy. But they're saying Two of Swords. I'm confused right here on the midline. And it's that confusion against your frustration. Then I clarified further. I'm like, okay, I got two people here who are trying to both express themselves in a relationship. This did not come across to me as relationship energy. This came across heavily to me as personal goal. Okay. It could be a work thing. It could be a personal thing to you. I don't know, but it's a serious contemplation under your individual energy. I have someone attached to you who has big feeling. They tend to be very, very expressive. But in this respect, they're claiming, I don't know how to support you. Otherwise, I would. Okay. They're like, I know you want this thing, Capricorn, but you're delaying it. And I support that. I don't necessarily understand what you're going through, but I'm trying to be here as a supportive energy towards you. And here I have a Four of Wands, the King of Swords, the Emperor. So I have a relationship energy here. Like I said, possibly could be commitment of some type, but I have two heads of state trying to keep things cool within the context of this relationship. I do believe that this person is highly emotional, but for you, they're trying to switch hats to the King of Swords energy. In that respect of, okay, I see where you are right now. It makes sense. I don't know that I necessarily understand it, okay, but I am trying to support you, and I support your decision because you're showing me firmness here as the Emperor. You're saying whatever this isn't lost on you. You haven't given up on it, but you're also saying now, and it's irritating you. It's irritating you. It feels like you're having to delay a goal once more. You're having to delay an investment once more in yourself. Again, this is personal. It doesn't look like relationship. I have someone here who supports you and sometimes doesn't know how. especially on what looks like a sore point for you. Like, they know that this is a sore point for you and it frustrates you, and they love you a great deal. That's a lot of love in there. This is someone who's very emotionally generous. From your point of view, perhaps possibly too much. And for that Capricorn earth sign, he's like, whoa, what's with the waterfall? What's with the waterfall? Let's see that overview. I know. See, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying, honey. Five of Pentacles, you feel separated from your dreams. You feel separated from your dream, your goals, your something, but it's personal to you. It has nothing to do with the relationship. It doesn't feel that way. I think the person who's attached to you is doing their best to understand and support you in this, and while you are trying to be firm, but it's like, I'm disappointed by this again. I can't invest in this once more. I can't see to my needs, wants, wishes, or goals once more. So that tells me it's happened before with that Nine of Wands, and it's a delay, and it aggravates you. You feel broken from your dream. You feel broken from your goal, and it pisses you off. And here you are, trying to be firm about it. Like, it's okay. I'll get back to it another day. Yes, I was thwarted again once more. And yeah, it kind of pisses me off, but I'm still in control of me, right? And I just they're like, okay, honey. Okay. Well, I'm here. I understand your reasons. They're just, they're like, I'm confused, Cappy. I know this means a lot to you, and I'm trying not to get emotional, and I'm trying to understand things from your point of view. So I have someone here who's kind of going along for the ride. But whatever that is to you, I'm sorry. We do get in that place sometimes in life where we have this particular ambition. We have this concept, and it seems so simple. And it seems so small. Why can't I get this fucking thing started? Right. I know. And it seems like you've been thwarted time and again for something that's important to you. So I would challenge you just in that respect, because Nine of Wands is repetitive behavior. When it comes time for you to invest in your goal, your hope and dream, do you kind of self-impose? Kind of put it off for another day? Are you making enough room for yourself? Because your person legitimately feels like they don't know how to respond to this because they've seen it before, but they're trying to be there for you emotionally. So I would challenge you. Do you sometimes get in the way of investing in your own goals, convincing yourself you don't have the time? I can see you don't have the energy. You're exhausted. So are you giving yourself enough space to achieve something that's personal to you? That's all I would say. Okay? Other than that, I got someone in here with you who's like, okay, I'm going to turn off the water for you and put my hard hat on and try to see things from your perspective. There you go. Otherwise, I think this person's quite the gusher, if I'm being honest with you. Even I'm looking at them like, whoa, that's a lot of water. They're like, I don't know how to support you in this, Capricorn, but I'm happy. I hope you are too. Something like that. Okay. Angel answers, please, for Capricorn. I hope that was helpful, but it feels so terribly personal. And you are so terribly exhausted and frustrated. You feel you've been thwarted once more, and that you've been broken from your dream, and once more. But you still have to be in control. You still have to be firm. I get that. My only question is, how many times has this happened? And how much of it might be self-imposed? Something to think about. Okay. Angel answers, please. Angel answers, please. All right. Oh, isn't that cheeky? Reconsider. Perhaps it's not what we're thinking it is. Yeah, reconsider. Recovery, improving your health. I told you, do not dismiss this goal. Just because you're in a not great place now, or you're physically exhausted, or it was more self-imposed energy, recover. Recover. I told you it was not about the connection. It's something that's personal to you. I got that straight away. Recovery, improving health. Some of you are physically exhausted, and some of you that is imposed. And it keeps you from looking at you and taking care of you and your goals. Something to think about. Okay? Especially if you're in the process of physically recovering your energy. I want you to take this time to reconsider your effort towards the goal and why hasn't it happened. This would have been a great example for moving on. Damn. Your moving on one was okay. I remember it well enough. But this one would have been a great example. I would love to dig in there and see why You feel like this is yet one more defeat on the same fucking subject. I'm very curious about that because I want to get you to that star. You want to get to that star too. But in your mind, you keep getting delayed from it and that you're supposed to abandon it. No, no, no. I want you to reconsider. I want you to reconsider that. It's your star for a reason. I don't think you've had a chance to investigate it, and I don't think you've had a chance to invest in it. So you're not going to know that that star is for you until you can actually start pursuing it. I don't want you to call it quits yet with that Five of Pentacles. I don't think you're supposed to abandon this star just yet. It might need modification. It might need a different approach. True. Just because we have something in our head about what the vision's supposed to be like, that doesn't mean it was supposed to be mapped out that way. Sometimes we have to flow our star differently than what we had thought. So it's like, it won't come together. It might not come together under the current way that you approach it. And that's why your attempts keep getting thwarted. I don't know. Wild guess there. But I want you to reconsider this. I don't want you to abandon this star yet. You have a support person in here. I see that. And they don't always know how to comfort you because this seems to be a recurring issue. That's the Capricorn I'm looking at today. Okay? All right. I hope this helped you. You put in the comments as you see fit. And I will see you for your next reading. Take care. Be well. Scorpio, welcome to your mid-month. I hope you are well. I hope you are fabulous. Baseline reading only. No clarification. We're going to do a brief yours and theirs. Do you like the shirt? I thought of us when I bought it. It was definitely a thrift store find. Oh yes, we thrift. Let me tell you why, honey. Let me tell you why. Our natural investigative skills. Oh, honey. I have found so many name brand labels and vintage labels at thrift stores. It is wild. It is wild. The things that people will donate, and it's practically brand new. I cannot begin to tell you, honey. It is wild. But I saw this and I'm like, Sometimes life is like that for a Scorpio. You get in your rubber duck and you float down river while drinking a beer. Sometimes it's like that. I live in the South. We take tubing very seriously down here. Yeah, no, that's, yeah, I have found some of the coolest shit. You ever seen Napoleon Dynamite? Okay. Seriously, classic. Classic. Love that movie. But there's this shot where he goes into, I think, a thrift store, and he picks up the most random shit, and it is true to life. I think he finds a pair of katanas when he's at the thrift store, and I'm like, that's true. That is true. Oh, honey, and I'm a book junkie. I'm a book nerd. I cannot begin to tell you how many first editions, first publications that are in there, and they have no idea. I have a set of now discontinued children's stories from once upon a time a very popular publisher that are easily worth a couple thousand, and it's like 5 of them. I cannot begin to tell you the stuff that you can find at the thrift store if you just keep your eyes open and you know what you're looking for, kind of. Let me tell you, it's wild. It is absolutely wild. I love it. I love thrift stores. I also do vintage stores, stuff like that. I like stuff that's unique, that just pops, you know? I'm really not big onto, I don't know, fast fashion or large clothing distributors. I like to find unique stuff, you know what I'm saying? Take it, resonates, leave it. Does not reverse energies as it applies. 3 of Cups, 8 of Wands, the Emperor. I don't know who you're reconnecting with, but it looks good. Bye. I don't know. I don't know, but you look good about it. You look happy about it. You're like, yeah, I want to do this. Let's do it. Let's do it. Reconnect. Let's go get some barbecue. I don't know. I have no idea, but it looks good. Legit. 3 Cups, 8 of Wands, the Emperor. Could you be generally socializing now? Sure. I've seen that for you. Not your moving on reading, but the one prior to that. I saw you socializing and you're having a good time. It could be more in that vein, so it doesn't have to be anyone specific. It's just all I know is that you feel good. I see you putting your energy out there in a way that's positive. You seem to be happy to reconnect. It's looking like you're talking. So it could be general connectivity, social engagement, sure. But I just know that you feel good. You feel on top of the world. You're putting yourself out there in a positive way that says firm, I got this. I want to do this. I want to be part of things. That's great. Who is surrounding you? 4 of Wands, the Lovers, Judgment. Bye. Go. Go away. Bye. Have fun. Why are you here? Go away. There you go. Why are you here? That's great. That looks fun. Have fun. Four of Wands, the Lover's Judgment. Someone who, at this time, it doesn't look like a relationship that you're in. It doesn't. It looks like somebody who is interested in building some walls with you. So Four of Wands has more of that exclusivity feel. My wands stand up for your wands, and thus we create the walls, which is associated with home, which is associated with relationship energy. This is between you and I. And you and I are building a kind of security of energy between us. And it's beautiful. It's lovely. It's a lover's connection. Of course it is. I die. So that I might be reborn again. Here's the thing. Is it a comeback call? Judgments is here. Three of Cups is here. Could be divine timing, like I saw for someone else. I apologize. Oh, it was a Virgo. It was Virgo. Virgo had some divine timing attached to their stuff with a powerful energy as well. So if you have Virgo in your chart, or if you're connecting to one, I don't know. You might have some Aries in your chart for sure. We also have Gemini here. The Empress. Okay. Okay. I'm just saying, you know, if it's not your thing, it's not your thing. Don't shoot the messenger. Don't shoot the messenger. I mean, you can do. That doesn't mean I have to put up with it. So if reconnection's not your gig, check your other placements. I'm just saying, the realm of possibility for a strong lover's reconnection is looking like that's what we're doing today. So if that's not your gig, I understand. I got you. The last time I saw that kind of reading for you, by the way, you were interested in new and you were making good on it. So if that's where you are, congratulations to you. Continue to do that. For others of you, I just see you reforging what looks like a very strong connection with somebody. Okay. I couldn't tell you when. I don't know. More summer references, true. Spring, summer, possibly. I know that there was some discord here for a little bit. Okay. There was some sort of shakeup that suggested your foundation, your sense of stability on the day-to-day. There was some aggravation there. It tells me that you have shared community, bare minimum, with this person, shared endeavors, shared experiences that got shaken up. So what was supposed to stabilize wouldn't. In Five of Wands, there was some frustration in here. There was some argument here about having the same goals, being on the same page, and it caused frustration, and there was some kickback. There might have been some arguing. So what was otherwise a strong element, or a proposed strong element in your life, where there was much overlap between you two in some respect, I don't know what that is. The Ten of Pentacles has many roots that touch many, many things. So we're talking community functions, overlapping environments, work environments, social engagements, all of that. I don't know. It got frustrating at some point with the Five of Wands. There was disagreement in there about what constitutes stability. What are we doing? What's the consistency? See what I'm saying? But what unfolds out of the, and again, if you have Virgo in your chart or connecting to Virgo, check theirs out, because they, and I promise you there's been many a shuffle between yours and theirs. It was the same kind of outcome, the divine pair. Okay? When they are so powerful in their own right with the Emperor and Empress, they don't need anyone. They need themselves. That's what self-empowerment is. But when they understand, okay, the strength of their own convictions working together as a team, they're unstoppable. And with the Lovers too. So you're saying yes, they're saying yes, and whatever friction there was between you two becomes productive once more. So the Empress is all giving. We become re-engaged in a way that suggests we are now stable and we are more higher forms. Okay? And here's an overview. It's coming from an ending. So with that ending, there's the possibility for re-entry. Right now, in your overview, the Ten of Swords suggests you are currently in separation. Okay? And it hurts. I'm not saying it didn't. I don't care who did what. I don't care who ended it. It's coming up under your overview, so it could have been you that triggered it, or you could have been on the receiving end. Either way, it fucking sucks. To do the cutting or to be cut hurts in equal measure. Okay? So this is where you are, and this, I believe, is where you have yet to be. When it comes in, I do not know. Of course, just like Virgo, I believe, I'm seeing some summer references. But judgment ultimately is here and saying this is a case of divine timing, Christina. And it could very well be under their decision. Okay? Or it will be represented when the time is right. And I hate the vague shit, you know I do, but I'm not doing time checks today. I'm not doing the charms, and I'm not doing clarification. I just know that when it does re-emerge, it will be more stable than it was. It will be more consistent than it was. And you two will exist in a higher state of functioning than it was. Okay. You're open to it, in short. They're very open to it, it seems, but there is a concept here of timing has to be right. But this is where I see that you currently are. So again, I have yet to believe, or have reason to believe, that this has happened yet. I don't know when. I don't know. Could be October. You know, it could be. For some reason, that's coming up as the strongest point of reference here, is October. That's the only thing that really looks solid. But again, I'm not going to push it. Judgment happens as judgment happens. Okay. Let's get some angel answers. So I always get, honey, what? When we get those judgment calls, oh boy. When things roll back around, oh boy. Do they ever? Isn't that the truth of it, babe? Isn't that the truth of it? I'll fucking tell you. I'll fucking tell you. But when it's time, it's time. And I'm not arguing with this. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. I'm not arguing with that. Yes. Yeah. Okay, I don't mean it to be like that, but yes. Okay? Yes. Write them hard and put them away wet. There, I said it. Okay? There, I said it. I said it. I said it. I'm not going to unsay it. That's fucking beautiful. You know? So long as two people have learned their lessons, as I was telling somebody, what was it, Libra? They definitely had a case of that connection was best left behind. That person was not interested in work. They just wanted to do whatever it is they needed to do. Some connections are best left behind. The Libra I was looking at knew it, and they needed to accept it. Some connections, when they come back around, it's because they are powerful, and we're not done with them. We're not done with them because we had some shit to learn. We are not born perfect. You have to be hammered on and hammered on and hammered on like a blacksmith. Okay? They work on it and they work on it and they perfect their craft. I'm not talking about the runner-chaser dynamic, which is bullshit. I don't do that crap. Nobody should. It's about, can I learn something? If we're going to separate and if we come back, we need to know that you and I have learned something. This is what I learned. This is what you learned. This is how I hurt. This is how that person hurt. This is how I loved. That's how that person loved. This is what we learned in between. If that is the case, then it's worthy. It's a conversation worthy of happening. If you're like, I know they're an asshole, then you have your answer. Don't entertain it. The Scorpio I'm looking at, no, you want to. So long as you are your highest self, and they are their highest self, then yes, I agree. It suggests lessons learned. Okay? As you like that, we want to learn our lessons, honey. Oh, yes. For that, we want to learn our lessons for that. Yes. If it's right, it's right. And if it's not, it's not. That's it. End of story. Okay. But you have to know. You can't know without leveling up, and they in turn also have to level up. You two have a lot of common ground, but you both have to know that. The situation will improve. Oh, I say so. Oh, yes. Dolphins, for some of you, I don't know why dolphin is confirmation. That's coming in very strongly. Why is dolphin such a thing? What's with the dolphins? Why is that hitting so hard? Why is that hitting so hard? Fluid, easy, compatible, they get along, they swim in pods, connectivity, easiness. Oh, you two, okay. Typically, you two have always known how to swim together energetically. It was always fluid for some of you. And for some of you, straight up dolphins are just confirmation. I have no idea. That hit my third eye really hard. I have no idea why. Okay. And some of you are just very good at swimming in that respect of Scorpio waters, navigating the waters. Be assertive. In other words, be the emperor, be your higher self. I'm not saying be a hard ass. Say that you know that something's right for you or that it's not. That's what being assertive is. The emperor, when he is used correctly, and as far as I can tell, you're using him correctly, it's to stand in your power and saying, yes, I want this. I authorize it. I would like to reconnect. I would like to talk. Okay? That's what that means. And then within the next few months for some of you. Yeah. I wasn't looking for a time check, but there you go. For some of you within the next few months. And then again, that constitutes that June, July energy for some of you. Okay. And then others of you, possibly October. All right. That's enough. I hope it helped you. You in those judgment calls. Oh, yes. Well, you. Like I'm not a part of it. We. Us. And those lovers. And those judgment calls. I know. Honey, we just, it's just how we are. Go big or go home. We don't like those little piddly connections, do we? No. I want the lovers. I want the Three of Cups. I want Big Daddy. I want Big Mama. I want all of it, but just don't be in the middle, bitch. I don't want middle energy. I want upper level divinity shit. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. Put in the comments. Take care. Be well. Pisces, welcome to your mid-month check-in. I hope you're well. I hope you are fabulous. Baseline reading only, no clarification. We're going to do a brief yours and theirs. Show me Pisces. Show me Pisces and their person, please. What's going on, please, for Pisces and their person? What's going on, please, for Pisces and their person? What's going on, please, for Pisces and the person? Like always, take what resonates, leave it does not. And because this is yours and theirs, reverse energies as is appropriate. Show me, Pisces, for your side. Death. Yeah, I agree. Yeah, honey, you need to heal. Okay, do some retreat space, do some yoga, do some meditation, take a bath. I don't know what, but you need to heal. That's not good. It's not pretty, but it's also realistic. Something ended. And it caused you muy frustration. Okay. Five of Wands, aggravation, kickback, arguing, I don't know what. And if we couldn't transform the energy as death implies, then it's best left alone. Okay. So even if this is not fully disengaged, you wanted to kill the arguments. You just wanted to kill the arguments. So I don't know that whatever it is I'm looking at is necessarily over, but the argument in your point of view is bare minimum. And if that argument, the frustration, the anger is not transformed, then it could end up in its final state. Yes, I will tell you that right now. Point is, Four Swords, rest. Go inside. Be internal. Be quiet. This is what you're good at, is that you harmonize your feelings. It's one of your superpowers. Okay. Let's see who is attached to you. The Hermit, Two of Cups. Page of Swords, they're not doing anything. They're not. But the Page of Swords is too small to carry that kind of weight. But they are telling me that they are open to healing the love with you. The Hermit, the big heavyweight champ of healing in tarot, the wise one, the experienced one, could be Virgo straight up. Okay, could just straight up be Virgo. Okay, that's not a knock on Virgo. I'm just saying it could straight up be Virgo. Doesn't have to be. The Two of Cups, yours and I's cups. This is between you and me, just you and me. I would like to heal them, please. Page of Swords. I'm not doing anything about it. Not yet. Perhaps they're respecting your space. Perhaps they don't want to make anything worse. I don't know. But the Page of Swords suggests immaturity. Now, that is not for the cross-watcher to get pissed. That is not your cue to get angry. The energy I'm looking at says, I have these big feelings inside me that I want to heal my love with Pisces, but I don't know how to do it. I feel inadequate, or I feel small, or I feel incapable of healing. And then also a true lack of interest. In other words, I have every intention of healing my love cup with Pisces, but I'll get around to it when I get around to it. I'm not actually showing it interest or action or thought at this time. Again, Page of Swords is the smallest of pages, the most immature, So his job is to watch, which is why he's associated with spying. So we can evaluate the situation, learn more, but we still feel too incapable to approach the subject. Never mind talk about it, never mind do anything about it. So energetically, this person's saying they want to heal their love cups with you, but I'm not seeing execution with the Page of Swords. The reasons why, I don't know. One of them could be, however, to give you space, especially if you've gone into Four Swords. Between you, Six of Cups, it feels like it's been blocked. King of Swords, somebody's decision. Okay, so we have the emotional energy here, but somebody put the hard hat on, and I believe it was you, and I think you and I understand why. It makes sense. Somebody put the hard hat on. It may not have been you, but it could be you, yes. And said, okay, you and I, look, we have history, we have memories, we have a bond. I don't deny that, but right now I'm denying the connection its full form. I'm not participating in it emotionally. I don't know if you two are physically separated. I can't tell. Emotionally, yes, you are. I'm taking my time out. They're like, I don't want to take my time out, but I also don't know that I can do anything about it. And somebody here is adamant. They need the space. I don't deny the bond between you and I. Yes, we have many, many memories, but for now, I need to approach this from a mental point of view. And sometimes we have to go into that King, Queen of Swords energy. Sometimes we have to block the emotion so that we can really look at something realistically and say, what's going on? Why the hell are we arguing so much? How come the argument won't change? How come the argument won't go away? How come no one's ever satisfied after arguing the same fucking point? How come somebody won't give up that point? How come the point won't transform? Why won't the anger transform? Why do we keep talking about it? Something like that. And it's coming from a place of, I'm trying to understand, and that means I need to separate emotionally from the connection. So they could be sitting across the couch from me for all I know, and in which case I hope you're not watching this in front of them. So they could physically still be in your presence, but for right now, the emotional connectivity is off. We're not trying to feel this. So I'm telling you, there is the possibility to heal, but someone needs to up their energy and gain more confidence that they actually want to do it, not just think they want to do it, to actually do it. We need to get out of that Page of Swords and up the ante to an Ace of Swords, something, because you're already there, looking at it from a realistic, level-headed point of view. You and I have known each other a long time, and I have love for you, but right now, I can't be feeling that. I can't be feeling it. I need to look at this thing between us realistically. So that's what I'm saying. It's a death that has not taken full shape. Bare minimum, I believe the accessibility for moving forward and healing this comes down to you logistically understanding this argument. Can it be transformed? Because I don't want to have it anymore. The tension between us, the arguing, the fighting, the backbiting, the bullshit, the snippiness, the grudging. Okay. I need to rest on that. Because you and I seem to be stuck. You say you want to heal and work things out, but you're still showing me immaturity. In other words, you won't let this go. You say you will, but you don't. Something like that. You say you want to heal things with me, but then you don't ever take any real action towards it. There's no real discussion. There's no real motivation here. So, excuse me, I still love you, but right now I need to emotionally disconnect and look at this from a logical point of view. You see how it's tying together? The overview, you are trying your level best to keep your heart space open, even in the smallest of ways. It's a bit of a struggle for you right now. I don't blame you. But it's gonna, so this is one of your cards, by the way. You can see the fish diving in and out of the cup. Okay. So you need some retreat space here to really examine how you are experiencing this, healing, and looking at it from a logical point of view. And sometimes we have to get out of our feelings, honey. Sometimes we got to get out of our feels, because honestly, our feelings can trap us as much as they enhance us. And they feel trapping when it's like we're constantly doing the same thing over and over again, and we keep doing it under the justification of love. Well, that's not enough. Sometimes you have to pull out of your feels to look at something logically, because this person doesn't seem they want to look at it logically. They just want to heal without actually backing it up. You see what I'm saying? A part of you suspects the argument's never going to die. That's why you're going into retreat, to look at it from that point of view. They say they want to heal, but I don't see them advancing their knowledge of understanding to prove that they will let this go. or that if they really want to heal, they'll look at this argument with me and not fight about it. You know how it is? I want to work this out. I want to work this out. And all they want to do, as somebody wants to do, is impress upon you their point over and over again. In other words, the argument isn't going anywhere. They just want you to acquiesce and say, yes, you are correct. Yes, that's what they're looking for. They're not actually looking to understand. They're not actually looking to resolve. They just want to impress upon their point. That's what this energy is. It suggests I want to heal with you, but I'm not actually willing to open my point of view that suggests maybe we shouldn't be arguing like this. Maybe my point is stupid. Maybe my point is not valid, because I know you're sick of it. You're sick of it. So, is it death of the connection? It could be, based on your two's ability to pull back your emotions from it and to actually see this for what it is. And if somebody will not soften the hell up and say, this is the argument as I understand it, and this is why it's ridiculous, and this is why we've both been engaging in it, that suggests awareness on both your parts, then yeah, this kind of thing could be fatal to the connection. Yes. Realistically, yes. That's a lot of ifs in there. I know. But there's a reason why you had to kind of emotionally separate. That's like I tell people with the messages. If it's frustrating you and pissing you off, and you know it's not for you, separate from the feelings. Separate from the message. It's not yours. Go like this. It's not mine. Woo! See? That's what I see you doing now. It's connection. You know it's yours. You have emotions and memories wrapped up into this and invested in it. I know. And that's exactly why you're saying you need to separate. You gotta take your emotions out of this, because it's looking like we're both too emotional in the wrong ways. If this is an ongoing argument that won't die, and you keep saying it's gonna work itself out, but not really, we're at different ends here. We're at different sides of the street here. Okay. Let's do some angel answers here. What can help Pisces at this time? What can help Pisces at this time? What can help Pisces at this time, please? Uh-oh, nope. The situation will improve. Hopefully it will do. The situation will improve, possibly from your point of view, depending on how much work you do and how much they do. But it is conditional, yes. It can improve, yes. That's what I said. It's not completely over. But then neither is the frustration that's born out of this. So, how one is treated is going to kind of affect the overall connection. Okay, forgiveness. Okay, that could be interpreted in a couple different ways. You forgive them, they forgive you, you forgive each other. Okay? And if there was something here that kicked off that Five of Wands, somebody here needs to open up and learn how to forgive if the other person is truly sorry. Okay? Because again, that's the common misconception about closure. If I just had closure, I could feel better and move on. It's kind of like that with this ongoing argument. If they would just, you know, give me more of that anger, give me more of that frustration to show me that they don't understand, I have a reason to keep it going. I'm not really in that place to operate under forgiveness, but I want to keep bringing it up over and over again. That suggests immaturity despite the intention behind it. So I would like to see, ideally, because it's at this point now where they've probably frustrated you so much that they could probably do with forgiveness and the other way around. Okay? It's up to you both. But forgiveness needs to be sincere, and that means you stop bringing shit up. You say you've dealt with it, you say you're over it, then you need to fucking believe it. Otherwise, no, this is going to be headed down a particular street by one person's design. Okay? So if you two can't meet in the middle of the street, somebody's going to end up going the other way altogether. Okay, it's here because the threat is here. That's why. And I report. That's what I do. Okay? So if it's not yours, again, separate yourself from the message. It's not yours. All right, Pisces, honey, I hope this helped you. Put in the comments as you see fit. Take care. Be well. Cancer, welcome to your mid-month overview. I hope you're well. I hope you're fabulous. Baseline reading only. We're going to do a brief yours and theirs. I don't know why that just flew out. Some of you Hierophant energy, some of you are deeply in your spiritual energies right now. Okay, that's cool. Some of you might have some very strong Taurus in your chart, and some of you might be connecting to Taurus. I don't know why it just popped out of my hand like that. That's funny. And I do want to give you the heads up. Your moving on reading, which was out yesterday, I am aware that it was difficult. I'm aware it was not fun. I am aware of that. So I just want to remind you, okay, if it's not for you, you'll upset yourself by taking a message that you were trying to force fit. Don't do that. Try to separate yourself from messages. But if it does hit notes with you, if it does hit some raw points with you, do your best to understand it. Okay? That's it. That's it. It was not the easiest read, and it was not my favorite. It was right up there with Gemini's. Difficult. But it was realistic. Okay? If a love isn't for you, or you're not in a position to accept it, that's okay. That's okay. That's life. Just know that you know that to be true for you. That way you don't have to feel angry or bad about it. It just is. Okay? That's all I really remember from your reading. All right. But yes, so others of you, you're aiming for that 10 of Cups. Beautiful. All right. Show me Cancer in their person, please. Show me Cancer in their person, please. Show me Cancer in their person, please. What's going on? Show me Cancer in their person, please. What's up? Show me Cancer in their person, please. What's going on? Like always, take what resonates, say what does not, and of course, this being yours and theirs, reverse energies as it applies. All right, show me Oh my goodness, the cards are just jumping. So anxious. Queen of Wands, Four of Pentacles, Three of Swords. Oh. You're hanging on to some heartbreak, honey. You're hanging on to some heartbreak. Something that hurts you. Four of Pentacles, the Three of Swords. I don't know how to feel better about it. I don't know how to let it go. You got a little bit of a passionate side in you, Aries, Leo, Sag. I know you want to feel better. I know you want to feel confident. Some of you feel like if you hang on to this, it's a representation of your confidence, because at some point it made you feel very, very good. A twist of pain in your heart. Yeah. Somebody emotionally detached from you, they found it hard to keep their cup open to you. They found it too hard. 10 of Wands. I think they tried to keep their heart open towards you as long as they could before they exited. It was hard. It was hard. They wanted to experience love with you. They did. That's here. The intention for love towards you was here. But they also found it difficult to keep their love for you going. So they emotionally detached, not because of the absence of love, but because they found it too hard to literally keep their heart open towards you. Okay, let's take a look at that shared energy. Knight of Wands, passion, strength. It was very strong. Queen of Pentacles. There's something here about the fire energy that was expressed, the passionate side that made you feel strength, I believe, a strong sense of self. And for some reason it lended to you as the Queen of Pentacles. It made you feel right. It did make you feel right. And it put you into a place of feeling good about you. And I don't know why I'm seeing it like that. The overview, the Five of Swords, self-sabotage. Did we accidentally self-sabotage this? Okay. Did we accidentally self-sabotage this? And then again, if this shapes you or irritates you, then reverse energies as it applies, or don't accept it as your message. Check here the placements, or I'll catch you on the next one. See how easy that is? This is very realistic in its own way. I believe you hold on to this person's energy because they made you feel very fiery, very alive. Seen and to be seen. They made you feel attractive, because you are. They made you feel attractive. They made you feel good. They made you feel sparks and passion and joy and intensity. And I think that's what you hold on to. They held on to the love, and I think you held on to the intensity of how they made you feel. I'm not saying you didn't love them, but you're showing me that the fire was the most prominent aspect that you experienced. I'm sure you had love in there. Otherwise, your heart could not be hurt with the Three of Swords. It couldn't be. It's just by default, honey. That's how it works. You cannot have pain in your heart unless there was something in there to be hurt by. Did you have love for this person? I think you did, in some way. But you're saying what hurts you the most was how alive it made you feel and how passionate it made you feel. It made you feel sexy and intense and to be seen, that someone desired you so much, and you desired them too. And it's interesting because it kind of polishes off your energy that made you feel correct in many ways. With that Queen of Pentacles, it felt like it leveled you out. I don't know how else to explain that, but something about the intensity made you feel level, correct, right. Made you feel good about you. Now, you should always feel good about you as an individual person. We shouldn't rely on other people to make us feel good about ourselves. That's a fallacy. Because if it leaves, and it looks like they left, then the thing that we feel good about is going to hurt the most. So fundamentally, we should always have our own sense of value and principles. Because when things leave us, and they do, or when people leave us, and they do, we don't want our sense of self to go along with it either. You are still you at the end of the day. Now, I know this person provoked, or this connection, I should say, provoked a lot of passion and intensity in you, and it brought out some of your stronger qualities that made you feel so damn good. And I think that's why you held on to it as long as you did. But they said that they were coming to this connection, or tried to. Tried is the key word. They tried to keep this connection alive and open to you from love. I don't know that you two are necessarily on the same page in terms of output and what it is you wanted to receive from this connection. You seem to be coming from it of a place of pride, not in a bad way. It made you feel so good about you. Their attention, something. The sex, the intensity, the passion, the intrigue. And you actually thrived on it. You thrived on it. It made you feel square. I don't know how else to put it. It made you feel squared, like all parts of you were complete, like perhaps that was the component that was missing in your life. Because you're showing me the more passion you had towards this connection, the more squared away you felt. Like, all parts of my life are complete. I'm responsible in areas of my life, and I'm steadfast, and I'm resourceful and reliable. And god dang, the infusion of that energy made me feel good and proud of myself. And I don't know where that Five of Swords is coming from, honey. That self-sabotage. If I were to guess without clarification, if I were to guess, because you're showing me so much fire and they're showing me so much water, you might have believed that the only way that this affected you was through your passion and not your love. And that is a form of self-sabotage. When we want to see a connection through one particular lens instead of seeing it cohesively, it's a form of self-sabotage. I believe your heart burned for this person. I do. I believe your passion burned for them. I believe your sense of direction and intensity burned bright for them. What you may not have known is that your heart also had water in it too. So while it seems like you might be holding on to this just because you missed the feel-good energy, you missed the passion, you missed the intensity, I promise your heart was broken. A little bit. Yeah. Because there was more to it than that, wasn't there? I don't know fully how we self-sabotage, but their emphasis was love. Your emphasis was fire. And somehow you two, even though you felt very similar things towards each other, you were not speaking the same love language. Okay. I have no doubt they had passion for you. Hell yes, they turned you on. Hell yes. But it was coming from water, as far as I can tell. Did they emotionally detach from you? Yes. Did they want to? No. Was it hard for them to keep their heart open towards you? Yes. So while it made you feel good in many respects, They needed something. They needed the love. They needed something. They needed emotional reciprocity. I don't know. And they said they couldn't get it as much as they tried. Now, what that love looks like, I don't know. But it's coming from the Ace of Cups, from their point of view. So that means the best intentions of their heart that they had to offer you. It may not have been in love energy. It might have been simply, I love you. And I want us to be connected or remain connected through love, not just passion. And they couldn't keep that particular cup open. It got harder. When we better understand this, you will feel better about you. When you better understand why you hold on to it, and how exactly is your heart hurt, not just because you missed the energy, not just because you missed the passion they threw on you, not just because you missed the intensity, but when you understand your heart is hurt for different reasons, that's when you will begin to feel better about yourself. We can't fix what we don't know is broke. So if you didn't know that you had love for this person, but you kind of do, and I feel like yesterday's reading had a similar vibe. I do. Different, but similar vibe. That's when it begins to mend. Okay. Is it gone forever? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I really don't. Emotional detachment's not the same thing as a full exit. It's just not. But if you two can ever meet in the same place at the same time, where your hearts as well as your fire are on the same page, then yes, it's possible. I don't know that it's a full exit. Energetically, I know you two are connected in some way, yes. I don't see full exit energy, but I do see detachment, and it hurts you. Okay. Let's get some answers from the angels, please. I do see, however, for many of you, you will be entering energy spikes around Leo season. In other words, feeling better, I believe, by that time. Okay. But we need to address this Five of Swords, the stuff that we don't allow ourselves to think of. So we see this person holding the crystals. These are mine, and this is what I tell myself, and I have to believe it. So I keep holding these thoughts to myself as true. We keep them close to our chest because it's like the tighter we hold on to these thoughts, the more and more they must be true, right? So this is where self-sabotage comes in. It's when we convince ourselves of something. And I understand where that comes from. It comes from pain. Okay? It comes from pain. Sometimes we have to tell ourselves what we need to tell ourselves in order to justify breaking away or to accept a difficult situation and say, well, it's for the best, and we don't really mean it, but it's something we tell ourselves, right? So it could be that simple. But there is more to it than just the passion here, honey. For some reason, that passion squared you away. It might have been a missing piece in your life, the passion, the intensity, the flame. It might have been a missing piece. And when you had that in your life in some way, to some degree, I don't know what the intensity was, I don't know what the frequency was in terms of 3D exchange. I just know that when you felt it, it made you feel right in all the corners. So perhaps that was an area that was missing in your life. And it's something that speaks very strongly to you as passion. And you saw it through this person. But what they saw through you or tried to feel through you was actually love. That means that they were attracted to you, if this helps you. If this helps you. The attraction they had for you came from the heart, not just their loins, if that helps you. I don't know. Maybe you wanted just the attraction piece and not the heart piece. That was also could be a form of self-sabotage, yeah, especially if you know this person was love-oriented. But yeah, I mean, sometimes it helps people understand that attraction for many people come from the heart. That's like, you know, me personally, I can't show anyone attraction unless I'm emotionally attached to them. If I'm not emotionally attached to them, you get no attraction. That's it. End of story. It's really non-negotiable. I don't have loose fire. I just don't. My fire has to mean something. It has to attach itself to someone for it to mean something. And I'm an extremely passionate person. I am extremely passionate, extremely intimate, extremely intense in that way, but not without the heart. The heart has to come first, otherwise it means nothing. And if it means nothing, what's the point? What's the point? It's not worth it. It's not worth it. You know? And that's why I pretty much stay celibate. Take action. You can if you want to. How that form of take action takes place, I could not say. Take action towards romance. Uh-oh. First, some of you need to improve your health. That's a FYI for some of you. I don't think that was a dominant drop, but for some of you, you need to pay attention to your health. Especially if you've got out of your health habits. For others of you who can take action towards romance, whatever that means to you. I don't know if it's necessarily with this person. I don't see it as being completely done. Energetically, you two are still attached. And so long as there is residing pain between you two and misunderstandings, and there will always be pain unless it's resolved, or you both give yourselves individually closure, or you come together in the interest of giving each other closure. But you have it within you to take action, and in this concept, the romance is the Knight of Cups. This is our emotional outward expression, okay, our feelings. They might be awkward as hell. The Knight of Cups isn't always smooth, guys. Everybody thinks he's the Casanova. Sometimes it's awkward. You ever tried to deliver your most vulnerable emotions to somebody? Yeah, he awkward sometimes. He screws up. He missed. I didn't mean to say that. What I meant to say, he can be that way too. So I don't care when I see romance like this in the Knight of Cups. However you choose to take action towards your expression, your Knight of Cups, your emotional vulnerability, something that speaks from your heart space, even if it's awkward as hell. Even if we're kind of like, because I'm left-footed. I got 2 left feet, honey. I got 2 fucking left feet. I will trip on myself like nothing. It's easy. So even if I'm tripping on myself to say what I need to say, at least I'm honoring myself by indeed saying it. So it's up to you. So whatever that takes, you might be moving on to a new romantic interest. I don't know. But I can tell you, romance implies more of the heart as opposed to fire. I do think that while on the initial upfront you experienced fire with this person and it felt really, really good, and it might have been a missing piece in your life, your heart was in there too. Okay? I believe. And it's your choice if you choose to take action towards it or not, to speak towards it or not. Tarot doesn't dictate anything you do. Okay? Okay, I know it. I know for some of you, like, nah. And for others of you, for some of you, I swear to God, it's 50-50. It's 50-50 right down the damn board. No. Yes. Some of you will go one way, the others of you will go another way. Okay? I know, sometimes they're rough. And like I said, your last reading yesterday, I know it wasn't easy. That's okay. Somebody somewhere needed to see it. All right, honey. I hope this helps you. Put in the comments as you see fit. Take care. Be well.